Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? It is 4:47 a.m. Eastern Time, where I am in Toronto, Canada. Good morning. My name is James Raiz. I am the box office artist, and this is the morning show. This is James Raiz's marvelous masterclass, whatever we're going to call this thing. And today we are going to go ahead and finish off this Pokemon piece here. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Yesterday was a lot of fun. And hopefully today will be a lot of fun as well. Multi-streaming again on multiple platforms here. Of course, we have YouTube, but we're also streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on Twitter. We're streaming on Facebook Live. We are also streaming on Instagram. And my friends on Instagram, thank you for joining in. If you want to see my face, please do check out the other platforms, most especially YouTube. Probably you can check out YouTube. And I'm just going to say hi to people who joined in on the Instagram chat. I see a lot of people piling in on the Instagram chat. Hello, all my friends. Hello. Good to see you. As we go ahead and we're going to continue on with this Pokemon piece. Now, I mentioned yesterday how it's actually good to set aside a piece of artwork and just to kind of see if you could see the mistakes a little bit the next day. And one thing I did notice about this particular piece here was that the shading that I've done on the bodies does not match what's going on in the face. So I might take a few minutes and just try to shade the face a little bit. Okay, so it matches the shading on the body, because you got this rendered body here, but there's not much rendering on the face. So hopefully we could rectify that. But welcome, everyone. Good morning to you, wherever you are in the world. I see people piling into the chat here. Good to see you. My friend Angel Bob is here. Excuse me. Kira's here. Exposure Man is here. Good morning, my friends. My buddy Reese is here. Good morning, my friend. Okay, Overflow, Ronnie the Dragon, Leo. Our dad is here. How you doing, my brother? Our dad is here. Good morning, everybody. Let's get drawing. And I always encourage you guys, whenever I'm working, you should be working too. We'll be here for a few hours. Probably about, at this point, about the max 3 hours. I do have a hard out at 8 a.m. So we could go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to start shading. I'm actually going to shade it a little bit with a pencil just so I know. So just so I know, have an idea. Because it's not often I'm not sure. But this is one of those times where I'm actually not sure how the shading should go. So I'm just going to kind of rough it in a little bit, just to make sure we're on the right track. While we do some talking today, there's lots to talk about. But one thing that really caught my eye yesterday, okay? Now, we talked about this just a few days ago. But it is this whole AI art thing, okay? And hello, Brian Blevins, who's watching on Facebook, but you see me here on YouTube. There you go. How are things in Canada? Things are well, my friend. Let's talk a little bit about this AI thing. I put up a little post yesterday, mainly because, guys, it's here, man. The future is here with all this AI art. Okay, so a lot of you guys want to be artists. A lot of you guys who follow me want to do something similar to what I'm doing. What I'm not gonna do is be all doom and gloom here. Okay, but I will say the art landscape is changing. And it's changing a lot, okay? Kira Burton says, I'll donate $100 to do 30 push-ups on camera. Take a look at my floor here. I don't know if I have space on the floor. I'll do it. I'll definitely do it if you do that, for sure. But you gotta pay up first, though. You gotta pay up first there. There you go. It's psych, Kira. Kira's bad. But anyway. Let's talk a little bit about this AIR thing, because I did say a lot about it the other day, but I just keep seeing it now. It's all over the place now. And I also seeing a lot of artist backlash on it now. Okay? And I'm going to read for you a couple things this morning about AI art, okay? From a few artists that I respect, and there's some very interesting perspectives on AI art in general. Now, before I even do that, I will say that I am the first one to always say that technology is going to change. The reason for technology is that to make our lives easier. That's why we build all this technology. That's why we have the internet to begin with. Okay? That's why we have the internet. That's why we have Photoshop. Okay? There's a reason. And the reason is to make our lives easier, to do things better, to get to, and do things cheaper in that sense. They say the best businesses are the ones that make life easier for people. Make it faster, make it cheaper. Okay? So this was coming. This was a long time coming, something like this. AI art's coming. And I always told my students that whenever I was teaching, especially in visual effects, I told them that you're going to have to evolve no matter what you learn in my program. No matter what you learn at school here, no matter what I teach you, in 2-3 years later, you're going to find that there's going to be an easier way to do things. There might even be a button that does your job eventually. That's what I told them. I straight up told them that. Because that's how I knew the visual effects industry worked. Because at the end of the day, whether we like to believe it or not, studio execs don't care about artists. They don't. In fact, the general population, a lot of them don't care about artists. And let me show you a big example of that. And hello again to everybody in the chat here. Thank you for joining, and thank you to everybody in the Instagram. And I know that's hard to say. It's hard for artists to hear that a lot of people really don't care about us. Is that yesterday, I saw so many people I like and respect, so many people that. It's like celebrities. I see so many celebrities starting to use these AI apps creating artwork on their own for the first time. And do they acknowledge that this is going to put thousands of artists out of work? Do they acknowledge that Do they acknowledge that, for a regular artist to do this, it would take weeks when they could just did what they did in seconds? No, they don't. In fact, I guarantee it didn't even cross their mind. It didn't even cross their mind, nor should it. All they know is they found an app who was able to create a piece of art that would have taken an artist days, if not weeks, to produce in seconds, and they did it themselves, and they are happy. Very, very, very happy. A lot of my friends are posting a lot of pictures of themselves as anime characters, as drawings. Friends of mine who are influencers, friends of mine who are big YouTubers, friends of mine who are, pundits, all of that. They post it, and they love it. They absolutely love it. They don't care that a lot of artists are going to go out of work. Why would they? Why would they? I don't blame them for that. I bet you it didn't even cross their mind. It won't cross their mind unless an artist actually goes up to you and go, hey, you know that's going to take away my work, right? You know that's going to take away my work. It's going to take away my job. But at the end of the day, for those people, that doesn't matter to them, nor should it. All they know is they have a way to get that artwork fast and cheap. And they could do it themselves. They felt like they did it themselves. So this is big, guys. This is big. And I'm going to tell all you young artists out there, don't sleep on this. And I would actually tell you, the young artists that are here, learn the technology. Learn it. Because this is the future. This isn't going away. As much as we would like to say it should go away, as much as we say they should outlaw this, like a lot of artists I'm seeing online doing, they're saying we should outlaw, this should be illegal. This isn't going away, guys. There's no way. This is not going away. But what does that mean, guys? Why would these people care that an artist is on YouTube here making muscular Pokemon when they could just say into this AI app, hey, make me some muscular Pokemon. 2 seconds later, they see it already. And they move on, right? Nobody's going to care. Now, you guys will care because you're actual art fans. You like actually seeing the artwork created. And that's great. But for those of you who want to be art YouTubers, for those of you who want to be artists, you got to figure this out. Especially for you young kids out here watching today. Let me read a couple things here, okay? And read you guys a couple things. First of all, I'm going to read from a few professional artists out there right now, working in the field. So first of all, speaking of field, from a man named jfields 217 on Instagram. He is a Blizzard artist. So I'm not sure if he still works at Blizzard. I have to double check exactly where he works, okay? But this is a post he put up yesterday. And he put up this big post saying, say no to AI art, okay? So this man here is an extremely talented artist, working in a lot of video games, you know. I believe more on the concept side, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But go follow him, and you can definitely see his perspective on it. It's very interesting what he put up here. He put up this post saying, say no to AI art. Support your local artists and creators that have created characters and properties you have enjoyed. AI art is built on lies and stolen artwork and images from thousands of artists all over the world. And his caption, it says, saying it again and again and again, stop AI art and support human artists. Okay? Now, I've seen this a lot. I've seen this particular post a lot yesterday. And of course, it's twofold here, okay? It's twofold here. Now, I tried one of these apps, and they actually ask you what kind of art you want to make. Do you want to make a matte painting? And then they show you a style, and they say which style you want to use. Which style you want to use. And it shows you different artist styles. And then it tried to generate artwork in that style. That's what this computer programming did. That's what they did, okay? So, in a way, that's right. In a way, that's correct, what he's saying there. But first of all, I will say that's never going to happen. There's no way this is going to be illegal because it's not illegal, okay? And it's a huge fight. It's going to be a huge lawsuit, a huge fight for artists to fight. And I'll be honest, artists aren't known for fighting for their work, in court especially. Like, look at the visual effects industry. The visual effects industry, if anyone deserves to go out on strike, if anyone deserves to fight for more money, it's the hard working artists in the visual effects industry. But they don't, because they're scared. But in terms of regular artists here, okay, this is how a lot of them feel, because they feel threatened. They feel like they're going to lose their job. And you know what? They are. They are going to lose their job. A lot of them will lose their job. There's no question about it. Why would anyone hire an artist now when they could get the same type of work, when they could get the same quality of work for a fraction of the cost and 20 times the speed? 20 times the speed. Now, another artist I saw yesterday that is actually really for AI art, okay? Well, actually, before I get to him, here's another artist that put up another post about it. This is from an artist named Rob Schamberg, okay? Rob Schamberg. He is an artist. He's the official artist for the WWE, okay? So he does a lot of the promotional artwork for WWE. He's been doing it for years. So if there's anyone known for doing, the WWE artwork, it's this guy, Rob Schamberg. He put up a post here that says, AI art will eventually put thousands to tens of thousands of real-life human being artists out of work, just so you know. And in his caption it says, have fun using those apps. Artists, now is a good time to make sure your practical art skills are set and continuing to develop. Okay, so little doom and gloom there, But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's reality. A lot of people are going to lose their job because of this. They will. And you know what? It is what it is. It definitely is what it is. Like, guys, like this happens in the visual effects industry all the time. The way we modeled characters, it's changed. The way I learned how to do it compared to the way they do it now, it's completely changed. It was a much harder job 20 years ago. Or, yeah, of course, 20 years, but even when I started back in 2008, so it's 14 years ago, and it should have changed. It should have gotten easier. They found easier ways to do it. I even tell people who model characters in visual effects, hey, look, there's going to come a time, your job is going to be a button, the make model button, the make character button. And the thing is now, the same thing's happening in art, okay? There's the make character button, make artwork button. That's what happened. That's what's here. And it's coming here, right? So let me read you what Dynatomic says. I talked about Dynatomic the other day. And Dynatomic is all for this. He loves the AI art. In fact, if you want to see AI art done right, go check out Dynatomic on Instagram. He's doing some phenomenal stuff, okay? But even without the AI art, Dynatomic was one of the top. He was one of my favorite artists. He is one of my favorite artists out there right now. And he's embracing the technology, okay? So here's what he has to say. Okay? Let's see here. So he put up quite a few images, like 10 images, and they're all amazing images, okay? He did like some concept art. He did like these portrait style drawings, all generated with AI, okay? And this is what he says. Dynatomic says, all these images are 100% AI made, and here are more of my thoughts on the subject. It was super fun to discuss and read your comments on the last post, and here's what I have to add. Number one, and this is all of you guys, by the way. Future generations will lack the motivation to start working hard and grinding to get the proper skills to become an artist. Okay? Why would they spend 10, 15 years of hard work, punishing work, when they could get the same result, if not better, just by typing a few words that takes some seconds? I know firsthand how crucial and cruel the first few years of becoming an artist are, as do I, as do a lot of you. There will always be artists. Tattoo artists, for example, will benefit greatly from AI. We will see a new burst of amazing tattoo pieces, and not just the same lion or rose tattoos that are on the first page of Google or Pinterest. I got to push back a little bit on that, but we'll let me finish his comments first. Number two, AI stealing other people's art and reusing it to make new art is a statement I often see. The way I understand it, is that it's using references. Okay, and by the way, let me just move the paper over so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm still drawing, by the way. I'm still drawing. Okay, the way I understand it is that it's using it as references and not really cutting up existing art and stitching it together. But in fact, it makes something brand new every single time. Common thing all artists do is find references and base images and get inspired what other people have done before. AI is not really doing anything different than what real people have been doing forever. Okay. Also keep in mind, AI art is literally in its infancy. These things with more updates will be non-existing. Okay. Next question. All right, number three. Another thing I see is people say it lacks vision and love, but I disagree. I've seen thousands of AI images that I could not tell if it's man-made or AI, and often the ones that are better, AI ones, are better already now. Already at this early stage, AI art makes better art than most artists ever will in any style, and that's a fact. And I agree with that. Okay? Let's see here. If you disagree, that's fine. But are you up to date and see what AI can really do? If yes, you would think otherwise. And again, AI art is still in its infancy. I feel like I'm defending this new AI art form. But I'm serious when I say that this is some of the most groundbreaking things that is happening in the art history ever. And we are here to witness it. Will it change the art scene? For sure. How, we don't know yet. But the future look is interesting and exciting. Okay, so that's from Dynatomic, guys. Dynatomic, guys, He just generated some amazing AI art pieces, but he's one of the greatest traditional artists I've ever seen in my life. He does some cool mashups. He does like salt art. Have you guys ever seen the salt art? Have you ever seen salt? Like he's done these amazing pieces on a black cloth and on a black cloth, and he pours salt on it. And some of the most amazing things he's one of the most amazing artists I've ever seen, and he's all for this AI art. So a couple things that he pointed out there. Number one, when he says that at this early stage of AI art, the artwork is actually better than most artists could ever do in their life. That's a fact. You guys right now, you guys are seeing me draw this muscular Pokemon here. You could go right now, download one of these AI art apps, say, make me a muscular Pokemon, and it will be 100 times better than what I'm doing right now in front of you. Right now. That's just a fact. That's just a fact, guys. That's what's happening, okay? Maybe I should do it myself. One thing I push back on a little bit. Number one is where he says that regular artists or established artists won't be affected by this. No, we will be, for sure. We're going to be affected by this for sure. Maybe not now. Maybe not in the next couple years. But I think 5 years down the line, if we don't evolve, if we don't change and get better, yeah, we're going to be affected for sure. For sure. And one thing I do believe is he's absolutely right about the young people growing up. So it's a lot of you guys that say they're going to be lazier in terms of their art and how they make art. And that's 100% right, and that's the way it should be. All of you guys right now, all of you young kids that are watching right now, that want to be artists, want to do what I'm doing, want to work in comics, want to work as concept artists, like, why would you need to learn how to paint? Like, why would you need to do any of that stuff when all it takes is a few words in this AI art program, and you're going to create masterful pieces of art that even the best artist in the world right now has struggles doing traditionally, right? So I would actually encourage you. I would encourage all of you guys that are artists right now, or young kids right now that are watching, that want to get into art, that want to get into comics, study this. Definitely study this right now, guys. Right now, study it, learn it. Right now, it's infancy. It's only going to get better. So you want to be the head of the game and study this. This is the future, okay? And that's what I wanted to start off this stream with today, because again, the people, the regular folk, they don't care about us. They don't care that we're going to lose money. They don't care that we won't get any work. What do they care about? They care that it's going to make them money. They care that it's going to make them money. They care that they're able to make our work on their own and they don't need the help of an artist. They're so excited about it. They're so excited about it. All of them are posting on their Instagram right now. They're posting all these AI art generated images on themselves that would have took artists weeks to do. And they love it. They absolutely love it. They think it's the best thing ever. Whether we care about it or not, whether we don't like it or not, it doesn't matter to them. Because it's cheaper, it's faster, and it's better. It's better. So it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. That's the future. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't ignore this, guys. Don't ignore this. You know, a lot of you guys are coming up. You want to be artists, okay? This is the future. Get on this now. Learn it now. Be ahead of the game. Be on top of the game now. And you're going to set yourself up way better than trying to do it the way that we did coming up. Okay? Okay, and Mario says, I'm not considering a computer-generated image a real art, and that's you. And of course, you're an artist. For sure. I'm an artist, right? For sure. You know, because we know it's not a real human doing that. And that's all well and good. But to those people, they don't care. Like all these celebrities, I'm watching all these celebrities. Why would a celebrity care now if an artist drew them? Why would they care when they could do it themselves in seconds? In seconds, right? So Snow Chan says, for me, it's bad to be lazy. Experience doing it yourself is nothing compared to just typing words in the AI apps. Now, what you're missing there is that it's not being lazy if you're learning how to use that software. If you're learning how to use that software to your advantage, right? I could learn how to ride a horse all I want. I could learn how to be the best horse rider in the world. I'm still not going to be faster than a car. I'm still not going to be faster than a plane to get to the other side of the world, right? This is what this is, guys. We are the cab. I posted this on my Instagram. We are the cab drivers when Uber came out. We are the horse and buggy. We are the horse and buggy when the car was invented. We are long distance phone calls before the internet. That's what we are, okay? And I agree 100% with SN. Surely there's a way to integrate AI into your art, and there is. And I think you guys should do that. All of you, do it. Figure it out. Use it. It's a tool. It's a tool. Use it, guys. Don't ignore this. The reason I'm talking about this again, and it's rare that I just talked about this the other day, but the reason I'm talking about it again is because I see it more and more, and I see the pushback, and I see people not caring about the pushback. So we can hold on to our laurels, and you could say that, oh, it's not art, and oh, this will never be as good as human art, and you can believe that, and that's all well and good, okay? But understand, the regular folk don't think that we do the way we do. They don't. All they care about is faster, it's cheaper, and they could do it themselves. And that's all they care about, okay? So I say don't ignore it. Use it as a tool. Use it. Try to figure out a way that you as an artist can use it that the regular people can't use it as. Figure it out. Figure it out, guys. Okay? That is my message for you today. You need to innovate. You need to figure out how to use this in your future career. Okay? That's what you got to do, because this is going to affect people who want to do movie posters. Anybody here who wants to do a movie poster? Anyone here who wants to get into concept art? Anyone here who wants to get in concept art? I could totally see this taking over, right? Why would someone like Ruthie Carter, right? The Oscar award-winning costume designer. She uses all those talented artists at Marvel, and a lot of them are my great friends, right? Let me ask you this. If she has an idea in her head, and now all she has to do is say a few things in AI, and it generates something just as good as those Marvel concept artists can do before she builds her costume, why would she need the Marvel concept artists anymore? Okay? Not saying that would happen. Like a lot of those guys are my friends. The Marvel concept artists, and I don't think that's going to affect them for a while. But upcoming concept artists, I could totally see them just using this programs as a base and then building on top of it. I could totally see that happening. It's faster, cheaper, quicker. Okay, so as you see here, I just added shading to the face, and it actually helped a lot in terms of matching the faces with the bodies. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. And we're gonna add some more characters here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Squirtle. Oh no, Squirtle's here already. I'm gonna start with Bulbasaur. I'm gonna put Bulbasaur on the side here, and then I want you guys to give me some more characters to draw. Vincent Kindle said, "I wonder if AI could read a book and just illustrate certain scenes from it." Dude, not only will it be able to do that, it will create the story too. There's going to come a time you're going to say to AI, "Hey AI," like Google, "Hey AI, make me a story about these muscular Pokemon walking through the forest, and they meet a big bad guy, and it turns into this epic fight, and the muscular Pokemon win." And they're going to make this whole comic book about the whole thing. They're going to make this whole animation about the whole thing. Maybe not in seconds at first, but it's going to happen, guys. Maybe you should develop that software. Maybe you should develop that software. That's going to happen, man. That's going to happen. Now, dudes, I'm old. I'm an old guy. I mentioned this many times. I'm an old dude. Right? I'm just here on the internet. I'm just having fun every morning. I'm just going to draw with you guys. I just want to bring back that love of traditional art here that I love. You know, now I don't paint. But I like to draw. I like to draw a lot. And that's what we do here on this channel. I don't really have a desire to learn the AI art stuff. As cool as it looks, and I'm sure we could come up with some cooler things. If anything, it will help my other jobs to go faster. So, actually, I just lied. I probably will look into it because it will make my other jobs a lot faster. But in terms of what I do on YouTube here, I don't see me using the stuff on YouTube, though I do see my friends like Jazza messed around with AI art, and I'm sure he will more for sure. On YouTube, like, figure out. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Figure out how are you going to use AI art? A lot of you guys want to be YouTubers. How are you going to use AI art on YouTube? That's my challenge for you. How can you use AI art for your YouTube channel? I've seen a lot of YouTubers. They're so excited about the AI art because they feel it's going to bump up their thumbnail game. It's going to bump up their thumbnail game. By the way, I'm thinking I might do Jigglypuff. Here. What do you guys think? I might add Jigglypuff at the bottom here. Let me put Jigglypuff. I was going to do Bulbasaur first, but I think I'll start with Jigglypuff. Let's see. Jigglypuff. Muscular Jigglypuff. I just Googled Jigglypuff and I saw one in real life, and that's pretty gross. That's one of the grossest things I've seen. That's one of the grossest things I've seen. Yeah. So just pulling this up. So my friends, again, just don't sleep on it. Okay, you will need to learn this. Okay, you will. Okay. So I didn't want to start off this stream all doom and gloom, but it's just something I've been observing yesterday. I was on Instagram yesterday quite a bit, and it's just something that I observed, where the people that weren't artists, they're absolutely in love with it. They are in love with AI art. They're in love with what it produces, and they're in love with the fact that they're doing it themselves. Okay, and then we're going to have to adapt. All right? So again, but not all doom and gloom. Like, look, it might make your job easier. You might not need to learn anatomy anymore, guys. You might not need to learn how to do perspective again. Ramwife says, digital arts will not be appreciated without the great works of traditional artists. To us. But to corporations. But to the everyday guy on the street, all they care about is they see a nice piece of artwork, whether AI generated or not, and that's all they care about. We care about the artists. We do. We care about the artists. But the others, yeah. So, by the way, let me get rid of these spammers here, guys. 1 second. My apologies. Looks like my buddy thing's not here today. Oh, Mario's here. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, ban that spammer, by the way, Mario. Ban that spammer, by the way. But thank you for being here, my brother. Ban that thing, whatever that is. Ban that thing, whatever that is. Okay, so let me just push this up here so we can see a little bit better. Sup, G? And thank you to everyone on Instagram. You know, I never ever had bots in my channel before. That's interesting. I never really had bots in the chat before. That's a first. That's a first. Kick that bot. All right. So that's my thoughts, and I don't mean to push back on your thoughts about that, because of course we're artists. I would, if I find out that a piece of art was created by a person, of course I'm going to gravitate to that more because I'm an artist. I appreciate someone who could create a great piece of art traditionally by hand. But again, to the regular folk, they don't care. They just don't care. Now here, that Nathan brings up a good point here. Question: would you classify scanning your work in a digital painting as AI art? Okay, I wouldn't say no. I would say no because AI, artificial intelligence, right? So the computer's not actually doing the thinking. The human's doing the thinking when it comes to digital painting and art. But you did bring up a good point, because Boss Logic actually brought this point up as well. Okay, he brought this point up because he was at what's that Bobby Chu's artist convention? What's that called again? I forgot. Lightbox. He was at Lightbox Expo a few months ago, and they were talking about AI art, and of course all the artists are poo-pooing it right away. They're AI art, boo, right? AI art, boo. But then he brought up the point, like, you know what? People were saying that about what I was doing. Okay, and because he was using photos, and still is using photos to create his images, right? He would piece together stock photos and adding 3D and all that stuff to his artwork. All that stuff to his artwork to generate his art. Instead of like drawing it traditionally, that's how he created his artwork, and just use some Photoshop techniques to put it together. Okay? To be honest, that's why some artists don't like Boss Logic in that sense, because he doesn't really draw. It's like matte. It's very similar to matte painting. Well, what he does. But to create these images, right? But the thing is, the result is better than what somebody can draw or paint, right? But he was saying that people were saying that about him before, and he goes, "How is this any different than that?" Right? So, this hand says, "Doesn't Alex Ross paint from a series of photos?" Absolutely. All artists do. All artists take reference, my friend. All artists take reference. And like what Dynatomic says, this AI art is just taking references from other people's artwork and developing something new with it, right? So I have the option to hide the user from the channel. Is that the ban option? Well, that's good enough, Mario. That's good enough, right? So. Okay, so Ramwave says, I do digital art, but can express myself more with traditional art. That's great. That's great. That's all well and good. Will somebody pay for it, though? And I'm sure you're an amazing artist there, Ramwave. I'm sure you're an amazing artist. And the answer is yes, for sure. But the question is, guys, we could love traditional art all we want. But if someone needed to choose between AI art and our art, will they pay for our art over the AI art? Will they pay for it? When it comes down to it. So I'm just giving you guys another line of thinking. I'm not telling you don't do traditional art anymore. Of course do it. Still develop your skills. Still develop them. Okay, still do that type of thing, but don't ignore what's going on right now. We can't. We can't ignore what's going on right now, especially you young kids out there. Especially you young ones who want to be artists. Because this is the future. If you stick your head in the sand and just do traditional art, but you want to get into all these art fields, okay? I'm going to tell you, the ones who incorporate this AI stuff into their artwork, they're the ones who are going to get the jobs. They are. They are. It's just what it is. There are some things that money can't buy. Predacon King says, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I'll tell you what money can buy. Food. Money can't buy your mortgage. Money can't buy your necessities. And if people aren't paying you because the AI art is generating something more than what you could do, then we could be sentimental about our artwork all we want. We're not going to be able to eat. So, I'm just giving you guys the reality here, guys. Right? This is coming from a guy that works traditionally. This is coming from a guy who's still drawing on a board, right? On Bristol board here, and pen and ink. Okay, it's coming from this guy. And again, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom. I'm just telling you guys, look into it and see how you could use it to your advantage. Don't hide from it. Don't poo-poo it. Figure out how you could use it for yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right now, okay? And again, usually I don't, I wouldn't talk about a subject like this close. Like, I literally just talked about this the other day. But it's because I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it. So, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So, but young artists still learn the fundamentals. I'm not telling you not to learn the fundamentals. Still learn the fundamentals. Still learn how to do traditional art if you want, for sure. Understand the reasonings why things work. But even when Dynatomic says tattoo artists, it's not going to affect them. Are you sure about that? Are you sure they're just not going to come up with, some sort of apparatus or machine that will just kind of just go like this, and now it's in your skin? They'll take some AI art design and have this machine. Maybe you guys could develop this machine, right? Maybe you guys could develop this machine, right? That will just go, you put your arm in there, it goes, and now the whole thing's on their arm with less pain, right? 10 times faster. Don't you think the people who want tattoos, wouldn't they prefer that instead of sitting in the chair for hours, waiting for this artist to finish up the artwork in there? Maybe you guys could develop that. You'll be a millionaire. A lot of people like those tattoos. You could be a millionaire, guys. You develop that software. You develop that those apparatuses. Because sometimes, these people sit in those chairs for hours upon hours, or they have to come back for multiple sessions to get those tattoos they want. Well, what if there was a machine that literally you just stick your arm in, okay? You have the design that was generated by AI art, and it just goes, pa-chung! That, by the way, I want that to be the sound. That's got to be the sound that machine makes. Pa-chung! And there you go. There you go. Print tattoo. That's right, Mario. Pa-chung! Right there on your arm. All good. And they can make it more realistic. Like, you see a lot of people, they try to get tattooed, like their kids on their arms and stuff, right? If you could get that, because that's something you want realistic, right? You want it to look like you don't want an artist to come and mess up your kids' faces on your arm, right? Especially, it's forever. You want to make sure that art is good, right? So, again, guys, technology, it's where we live. We're in a world where everything changes so rapidly, especially over the last 20 years. Technology's changed so rapidly. It's just what happens, and we just got to evolve with the times. That's all I'm saying, guys. Look into it, find cheaper, faster ways to do your job, and we just go from there, So that's why it's a very, very interesting subject. All of this AI art things, because literally, because I believe that one app, I think it's called Lanza, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can let me know. Have any of you played around with that app, the Lanza app? But that's the one where it really looks like, really looks like, what's it called? An artist drew them. That Lanza app, because I've been seeing all these celebrities, all these TikTokers using that app to create images of themselves. That's really what it is, right? So yeah, yeah. So okay. So again, I don't want to be all doom and gloom here. Not all, even though it sounds like it. But guys, just look into it. Just look into it. Okay. And prepare for the future. Prepare for the future, because a lot of you guys watching, are like 13 years old, 14 years old. You want to go into comics. You want to work on Marvel movies maybe when you're older. Like all of this stuff, and this stuff will be around then. This stuff will be around. Like, my old job, matte painting, the traditional way we used to do it with just Photoshop, that's gone. That's gone now. The way I used to do my old job in film, matte painting, before it was 100% Photoshop. Now it's all computer generated. It's all Unreal Engine. It's all 3D software. It's not like Photoshop. If Photoshop's a part of it, it's a very small part of it now. That's why I can't get a job now in matte painting if I wanted to. I have to relearn how to do the job because they do it completely differently now. When I was at Lucasfilm, because I was working in film at the time, when I went to Lucasfilm and I talked to some of the artists there, they told me that my job as a matte painter, they didn't have that position there. They didn't have that position there because they figured out a way to do it that was cheaper and easier than it, right? So it needs to change. So especially for you, my friend Elijah is 14 years old. First of all, good morning to you, and thank you for joining the stream. Technology is going to change a lot for you over the next 10 years. A lot for you. And you know what? To be honest, maybe in 5 years, you might even say you don't even want to be an artist, for all we know, right? It might not be a cool job 5 years from now. I don't know. But definitely keep your ear to the ground. Definitely learn. See what's out there. Find the easier ways, okay? Because even in college, and this is something that I learned when I was teaching, is that the students sometimes know more than the teacher. The students are the ones that are up to date with technology, with the way to do things. And sometimes they even teach the teacher how to do things. Because when I went to school, guys, like programs like ZBrush or ZBrush and all these sculpting programs, they weren't around as much, or they weren't prevalent as much when I was going to take a computer animation. So the student in our class, he actually gave us a crash course on ZBrush. So this is way back, guys, in like 2006. He was giving us a crash course on ZBrush, and the teachers attended that little seminar he gave because they didn't even know how to use it at that time. So keep learning, my friend. Keep learning. Keep learning. There's always going to be an easier and faster way to do things. Learn them. Learn it and learn how to use them to your advantage. You guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm drawing behind my head here. That's it. That is it. Okay, so Beowulf doesn't even use self-checkout. Well, you're missing out, my friend. I love self-checkout. I love it. That's right. AI is self-checkout, and we're the cashiers. We're the cashiers. There you go. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Okay. I'm just making sure my Instagram. Hello, everyone on Instagram. Thanks for coming on. Thank you to everyone on Instagram who's watching. Hello, my name is James. I'm the box office artist. Welcome to the stream. The artisan says the progress looks good. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And I'm just scrolling through all the comments here. So thank you to everyone on Instagram who's watching. While I blow my nose in the morning. I don't have a cold, guys. It's more like morning allergies. I always have morning allergies. So I like that though. I like that they go. AI art is self-checkout. Okay. AI art is self-checkout, and we're the cashiers. That's what we are. There you go. So there's still cashiers. There's still people who would rather a human check out their food, and there's the ones who just want to do it themselves and get out quickly without having to talk to anybody. There you go. That's who we are. That's who we are. Self-checkout. Okay, guys, that's enough of that subject. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. You can make up your own mind. If you don't think it's going to matter, to each his own. To each his own, okay? Your opinion is just as valid as mine. Absolutely. Okay, so if you feel it's not going to matter in the long run, if you feel it's not going to change anything in the long run, that's really up to you at the end of the day. I say it doesn't hurt to look into it. It doesn't hurt to feel how it can apply to your own art and what you want to do. Okay? Just keep in mind. Keep in mind, for all of you young guys, what do you want to do when you get older? Do you want to be a Marvel concept artist? Do you want to work in movies? Do you want to be a poster artist? You got to know and you got to understand what companies want, the skills that they want, and the people they hire, okay? So just understand that. Keep looking, because that changes over time too. Keep looking at what they want. Keep looking at who they want to hire. Keep looking at what they expect and make sure that you have those skills, okay? Whatever that is. Because right now, it's still the traditional thing. It's still the same old right now. But that could change. That could definitely change. So just look out for that, okay? That was my doom and gloom segment for today. December 6th, 2022. There will always be artists, just like there's always going to be books, okay? Traditional books out there. But there are people who are going to read books, who read books on the Kindle, okay? There's people who read books on their phone, okay? Just a different way of consuming it, okay? So let me just do some rendering here, and we're going to get going on this, okay? So by all means, please do put in your comments and questions here. Weblight says, the more you sing, the more buff you get. I wish. Look at me. Look at me, and that's not true. I love to sing. You know that. You know that, Weblight. There you go. So I'm just going to work on this Pokemon drawing just for today, and we're going to do something new tomorrow, guys. I always like to just do one subject every other day. For now, I know time is going to come eventually where we're going to do multiple or do like a bigger drawing over a longer period of time. But for now, while we get used to this morning show, for now, we're just going to go ahead and just draw as many as we can over the next, what time is it now? Next couple hours, okay, while we still talk and hang out here. So I'll tell you what, I think AI could do a better job on that Dungeons and Dragons poster. Maybe that Dungeons and Dragons poster that just came out, maybe that was made with AI. Maybe that was made with AI. Oh, boy. But the new Dungeons and Dragons, how many of you guys play Dungeons and Dragons? Do you guys play Dungeons? I've never played it in my life. It sounds like you need to be very smart to play Dungeons and Dragons. Because, you need to come up with stories and stuff like that. So seeing that Dungeons and Dragons poster, seeing Chris Pine there, and is that Michelle Rodriguez? Was that her, I believe, in there as well? It looks interesting. It looks pretty interesting. It looks like it's going to be a fascinating movie. But again, the poster's not. People are saying it looks like a fan poster, right? It looks like one of those fan-generated posters. And I see that. So we'll see how well that particular movie does. I'll go ahead and watch it for sure. So let me just outline the eyes here. Let me just add a little bit more detail to Mr. Puff here, Mr. Jigglypuff. Maybe we should call him Jiggly Swole. That's what we should call him. Swole. Okay, that's good enough. Let's move on. That looks like a little curse there. Now let's go ahead and draw Bulbasaur, and then after Bulbasaur, I'm gonna leave it up to you who else we should add, because I'm actually gonna put it up in the top as many as we can over the next few hours. Am I up for a little performance? Maybe a little bit better. Maybe a little bit later. We can do a little singing and dancing here for you on the Box Office Writers Morning Show. That's right. A little singing and dancing as we do a little Bulbasaur. Yeah, let me get up some Bulbasaur references here. I think on Instagram they can actually see my references here. So hello everyone on Instagram. Hello everyone on the multiple platforms here. Bulbasaur. There you go. Bulbasaur. All right. All right. Let's see here. Jigglypuff. There you go. There you go. That's a better name, Reese. Instead of Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. That's right, baby. Jigglypuff. And now let's go ahead and we're going to draw the bulb. The bulb. Oh. It's right above my head here. And then after this, you guys tell me who you want me to draw after that. So hello to Mr. Smiles. Yeah, that's it. Who's watching on Twitch? Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining in on the stream this morning. It's the James Raiz Morning Show right now. There you go. Hello, guys. Jigglypuff Bagwell. Beerwolf says, there you go. Jigglypuff Bagwell. That's funny. Is it Monday near you right now? It is 5:45 in the a.m. for me right now, my friend. 5:45 a.m. This is the Box Office Earnings Morning Show. You are listening to the Box Office Earnings Morning Show. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So just going ahead and drawing this Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. What do you guys think? Bulbasaur. What's a good name for Bulbasaur here? I like that. Bulbasaur. Jigglypuff. And Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. There you go. So people wanted me to add Mewtwo. We'll probably do Mewtwo over there a little bit later. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so let me go into. So that's my take on the AI art, and it's more than just AI art. It's whatever technology brings, we should try to use to our advantage. That's all I'm saying. Use the technology to your advantage. Okay, so there is something that didn't take anything to their advantage, and that was Black Adam. See, there's a story here about Black Adam, guys. Now, I got the opportunity to go to the world. It's not really a premiere, but it was a special event that they had here in Toronto. It's Black Adam Rocks Toronto. Because Dwayne Johnson did a lot, he grew up a lot in Toronto, in the Toronto area. So he came and I got to see him. If you guys haven't seen that particular video, go check that out. By the way, I did drop a new video last night. I did drop a new video yesterday. And it has to do with PJ Masks. I drew PJ Masks again in a Marvel style. So if you guys wanted to check that out, please do. Please do check that out. It's on my channel right now. You guys can check that out if you haven't already. Some of you have. You commented already on that, so I thank you guys for that. So go check that out. But according to Variety, After 7 weeks in cinemas, the Dwayne Johnson-led DC Comics adaptation Black Adam has pulled in $387 million globally. Variety reports that with a costly $195 million production budget and a worldwide marketing spend of $80 to $100 million, the film that promised to change the hierarchy of power in the DC universe may end up losing a bunch of money. Okay? The trade indicates the film needed to earn around $600 million worldwide to break even. But box office experts indicate the film will close out its theatrical run with less than $400 million globally. Now, again, China is a big reason for that, guys. China is a big reason because they couldn't get into China. They lost probably a good at least $100 million. I think this is one of the movies where I think China would have loved it. They would have ate this movie up, I think, right? But as a result, it reportedly stands to lose $50 to $100 million on its theatrical release, according to the estimates of insiders and rival executives. Sources at Warner Brothers dispute the numbers, telling the trade the film will break even. They even add the change to shorter theatrical window means the film's jump to PVOD cuts costs on home video marketing, which whilst increasing revenue from via premium pricing, with estimates of further 25 to 35 million gross there. So even though Black Adam isn't a financial winner for Warner's, and joins a long run of costly films this year that failed to generate profit, including Lightyear, Amsterdam, Moonfall, and the recent Strange World, Black Adam debuted to $67 million, on par with other DC titles like Aquaman and Shazam. However, those films rode waves of much stronger reviews and had long legs, with Aquaman turning into a $1.1 billion hit, while the cost-effective Shazam quadrupled its $90 million budget. Black Adam will end up with just over half the gross of The Batman earlier this year, but at least faring better than the $165 million grosses of both Wonder Woman 1984 and The Suicide Squad, which saw their performances limited by the pandemic, simultaneous HBO Max debuts, and in Wonder Woman 1984's case, poor reviews. Oh boy. So, for a movie that we've been hearing about for the last 10 years, it's going to lose money. And that brings the fact about the movie star aspect of it, right? The Rock, I would say The Rock is the biggest movie star right now in Hollywood. He's the most recognizable. If anyone maybe is a little bit more than The Rock, maybe Tom Cruise. Maybe Tom Cruise is more of a movie star than The Rock, but that's hard to say. It's hard. I think The Rock is the most recognizable out of anyone in terms of movie star. That's why, I believe the movie star era is dead. We talked about that the other day, where I believe the art of the movie star, where just that person's name on the bill, that's enough. It's not. And for something like Black Adam to fail this royally, okay, again, a couple factors against that. Number one, the fact that they did not have China, okay, and whether China would support this movie or not, we're not sure. We don't know. We have no idea if it would have supported this movie or not. But it definitely would have it would have helped. There's no denying it would have helped it, for sure. The fact that it was not well reviewed, though that's not the biggest caveat for a movie to do well. In fact, just because something didn't get reviewed, got great reviews, does not mean it's going to have a good box office at all. At all. Kind of means nothing at the end of the day. But it really had a really high audience score. It really had a really, really high audience score. But just not a lot of people came out to see it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, it's not going to win any awards or anything. I'm actually not, I'm not clamoring to watch it again. In that sense. Like, if it was on TV and I wasn't doing anything, like, maybe. But I would still check what's on the Food Network first. I mean, give me Food Network. Give me Food Network. Yeah. And it was an expensive movie. It was just an expensive movie. The villain was bad. It was like whenever you plan more, I think it's always bad. It's a bad start to always be planning upcoming movies before the movie in front of you. And they were always saying that this was, this is going to start this whole new thing with DC. And you know what? To have The Rock at the forefront of it, and who better to have as head of your franchises than The Rock, right? There's no one really better in those terms. It's just, not enough people came to support it. And just a point that good reviews does not make the box office. Look at Suicide Squad. Now, Suicide Squad was rated R, so not a lot of kids could go to that movie. But that movie had absolutely fantastic reviews. Everybody loved it, but it did not make any money. Right? So, we'll see. If you ask me, I think DC really just needs a complete reset. They're not going to do it. But I think they should just start from scratch at this point. It's very confusing now. It's very confusing if they're bringing back Henry Cavill, and there were conflicting reports about Henry Cavill. If they're bringing back Henry Cavill, and of course Aquaman was doing so well, they're not gonna recast Aquaman, right? They are, no matter what, they are putting out that Flash movie. No matter what Ezra Miller does, they're putting out that Flash movie, and they made that abundantly clear. They're putting out that Flash movie, but I think it would benefit from a whole if they just started fresh with everything, But it's always hard. It's always hard to start a multi-franchise movie, and it's always hard when you have something like a Marvel that you're always going to be compared to, no matter what. Like the comparisons with Black Adam and Black Panther, they were inevitable. That was going to happen no matter what. Even though it's unfair. Like, to me, it's a little unfair to compare those two. Though at the same time, we've been hearing about this Black Adam film for over 10 years now. 10 years we've been hearing about this Black Adam film. Part of me thinks, I think that's even longer than Black Panther, right? It's even longer than Black Panther. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting that it's going to lose money. We'll see if they make a sequel. We'll see. I think it will if they did decide it's going to be part of the greater plan, but we don't know what that plan is yet. We don't know what James Gunn has in store for the DC universe, right? And I don't envy James Gunn's job. That's a tough job, because no matter what, you're always going to be compared to Marvel. No matter what, even if you have very humble beginnings, that's all people are going to compare it to. Yeah, that's how they're going to do it. They're going to compare it to all the Marvel stuff. So there's nothing you do. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Rob. Just showed me a cup of coffee. Makes me want a cup of coffee. That's right. That's right. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very, very interesting for DC. And that's the thing, man. I want DC to do well. I really do. But I saw this meme yesterday on Twitter where it's like they had a picture. They said the state of the DC universe, and then they showed one picture there, all of DC fans online, and it's this packed stadium of all these people. And then the picture beside it, DC fans in the theaters, and it's an empty theater. It's an empty theater. Nobody went to watch those movies. So it's very interesting. The state of DC. It's something to keep our eye on. We'll see how it goes. Like I do want them to keep The Rock. I want The Rock because you need that head of the franchise. You need that lead. And if you're gonna get anyone to lead right now, The Rock is the person to do it, right? So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. what happens, you know. So very very interesting story there, and I'm hoping for Black Adam. I want to see Black Adam versus Superman. Who doesn't want to see that? I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Okay, so here's something. Let me see what this story is. I see a story here. Daredevil Born Again cast love interests. What would love interests? Let's see here. Okay. So two people, Margarita Laviva and Sandrine Holt, from The Expanse, will be love interests for the leading roles in Daredevil Born Again. So from some of the lead characters, they're going to be the love interests for some of the lead characters. Can I say, I'm very sad that it's looking like Karen Page won't be a part of this series. Can I say that it's very sad? I liked that actress a lot. What's her name? Deborah Ann Wall. I really liked her in Daredevil. She was great as Karen. I haven't met her personally, but she was there at Indonesia Comic Con when I was there. So she was staying at the same hotel I was staying at, and I saw her there eating breakfast. And I didn't want, I don't want to bother her. I didn't want to be that guy to come like, hey, you're eating breakfast. You're eating breakfast, but between bites of bacon, can I take a picture? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, But she's fantastic, and it's very sad that she's there. Though, I mentioned this before. Part of me really believes the reason they're not going to use her is because her character's name is Karen. I really believe that. I really believe they're not using her. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if the real reason they're not putting her in the series is because her name's Karen. I know. We're not going to get into all of that, guys. We're not going to get into all of that. But if that's the reason, first of all, that's a ridiculous reason. It's ridiculous. And they'll never say that, of course. They'll never say that. But part of me thinks the only reason they're not putting her in. But man, like she's a way better love interest than She-Hulk, right? Like, come on. But it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll see what they have planned for the Born Again series. Like, it's gonna be the Marvel's longest series ever. Hey, for all we know, the series might turn out like Andor. They might ground it and make it realistic like Andor. For all we know, so we'll see. Give it a shot. We'll definitely give it a shot. We'll see what they do with it. We'll see how it is without Karen. But it's just a bummer that Deborah Ann Wall isn't there, because I thought she was a huge part of that original Daredevil series. I actually started watching that Daredevil series late. I actually only watched all of those Daredevil Netflix shows last year. I missed the boat on it. I didn't watch any of it, and then last year, after my wife passed, I had a lot of free time, so I, because I wasn't working my channel or anything like that for a while, I just did nothing. So one of the things I did was I watched all those Daredevil episodes. I watched all of them, and it was so good. It was so good. I was like, man, I see what everyone was raving about. This series is fantastic, fantastic. So, and she's a very talented actress. I'm sure she's landing a lot of roles here and there, so I'm sure she'll be fine as an actress. But again, just sad that she's not going to be a part, and that doesn't mean that she won't show up down the road. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But we'll see. But I say Care Bear says they could just change her name. I think if they changed her name, it would be too obvious. It would be too obvious why they would be changing her name, and that's unfortunate. Like I know this YouTuber. His name's Randy Santel. He's a competitive eater. I've been watching this guy forever. I've been watching this guy since he had like 10,000 subscribers, because he does all this competitive eating challenges. And he goes, guys, come on, my mom's name is Karen. I'm like, sorry, bro. So there you go. Punisher was too good. It was too good. Punisher was great. So anyway, that's interesting there. Let's see. There any other news here? So here's a story here. Warner Brothers moves up the Flash film. So Warner Brothers Pictures have reportedly moved up the Ezra Miller-led The Flash film by a week. Whoopity-doo. Whoopity-doo. To June 16th, 2023. Okay? According to Deadline, the film will now go up against Pixar's Elemental and the Jennifer Lawrence-led R-rated drama No Hard Feelings. Okay? I believe Transformers comes out on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Right, guys? You know how I know that? That's my birthday. Or it's very close to my birthday. My birthday is June 24th. So I was like, man, that's a great birthday present for me. Going to be able to watch Transformers, The Rise of the Beast. That looks fantastic, guys. Fantastic. By the way, I got to talk to my brother-in-law. I told you guys I'm waiting for my Optimus Prime figure. If it's here, if he's got it, I'm going to pick it up today. If he's got it, I got to go message them. I got to pick it up today if they got it. Oh, by the way, Rob Smith threw in a super chat. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Rob. Love your content. It inspires me to get out my drawing materials every time I watch. Fantastic, Rob. By the way, guys, if any of you are drawing while watching me or listening to me, I'd like to see it. Please do send it to me. Okay? So on Twitter. Twitter's probably the best place to send me stuff. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see if you guys were working while I'm working. Like you say, James, I did this during your morning stream. I'd love to see it. So please do share, Rob, if you want to. For sure. Cara Bear says, the hiring manager at my work is named Karen, and she's the highest level worker who's often there. So the Karens come in to want to talk to Karen. There it is. Okay? We're not going deeper into that conversation. I'll let you guys know right now. We're definitely not going deeper into that conversation, but just interesting to say so. But the Flash movie, they're still going for it, man. No matter what Ezra Miller does, they're still going with this Flash movie. Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are both going to be in this movie. And how awesome would it be if they have a scene together? I don't think they're going to have a scene together, guys. But how awesome would it be to have a scene with both Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck all in one? So we definitely be cool. Definitely cool to see, right? Part of the reason the film has reportedly landed stellar test scores and being dubbed Spider-Man No Way Home Good. It's a film because it has both Batmans, right? And they also added a movie called Mummies to their schedule as well. So yeah, they're going. I just want this movie out and over with, It's obviously going to put this movie out no matter what Ezra Miller does. So I just want it out and over with. Let's see what this... I want to see why they're so stuck to getting this movie out. Okay? Now, again, number one, they already put probably over $200 million in this movie already. Guaranteed. So, unlike the Batgirl, which was a lot cheaper, right? But number one, they must think this movie's really good for it to come out. Because that Batgirl movie had Michael Keaton as well, right? Michael Keaton was a huge part of that Batgirl movie. And they decided to scrap it, okay? So this movie, they must think is really good. They must think this movie's really good, or it serves a purpose for what they're doing next. That it's too late to recast. It's too late to throw that money away. So they could, redo those scenes, right? So we'll see. We'll see. They spent way too much money already, for sure. So we'll see what happens. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's going to be what's going to be even more interesting is the marketing, how they market this film. They said that Ezra might do limited marketing, but I don't see how. I definitely don't see how they're going to get him to do any sort of marketing whatsoever. Because what are people going to talk about? You know, reporters aren't afraid. Everybody wants that scoop. Everybody wants that soundbite, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for the jugular and try to get the soundbite of Ezra trying to explain his actions, or Ezra trying to explain the Ezra's actions, and hoping that Ezra messes up, and that Ezra will say something weird and wrong, so that they could get the clicks, right? So that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. They're not gonna they'll recast after. I think they're totally gonna recast after. They're totally gonna recast after, but not till after. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, very, very, very interesting times. So, well, we finish up this Bulbasaur here. I'm going to draw the little patches. Patches on him. Will he have patches on his chest? Maybe. But moving up, so good. That sounds like I'm going to be watching a lot of movies in June. We're going to watch that for sure. Going to watch Transformers. I can't wait for Transformers, guys. I can't wait. Really renewed my love for the franchise, seeing that trailer. It's fantastic. Looks great. Now, again, Transformers is known for awesome trailers. Even the Michael Bay ones. They're known for awesome, awesome, awesome trailers. It's the actual movies that are the issue. But this movie has a lot going for it. Number one, it doesn't have Michael Bay as the director. It's Steve Caple Jr. who directed Creed 2. Number two, it actually has Transformers in the name. It surprised me that, for the Bumblebee movie, that they didn't actually put Transformers in the name of the movie. I thought Bumblebee was fantastic. I thought Bumblebee was a great movie. I loved Bumblebee. I thought it was great. But it surprised me that they didn't call it like Transformers Bumblebee. That's what they should have called it. I think it would have done way better if they would have called it Transformers Bumblebee than just Bumblebee. Okay, and and by the way, that's Squirtle. Not Squirtle. That's Bulbasaur, guys. Guys, please give me another character to draw. Which other Pokemon will I draw? Well, give me what's it called? Definitely give me some suggestions there. While I go ahead and I get to take a Bulbasaur. That's right, Kurtori. How about you in the Instagram live chat? Hello, everyone on Instagram live. Can you give me another Pokemon to draw? Give me another Pokemon to draw. So, Bearwolf wants Eevee. Kurtori says MR Mime. A lot of Mewtwo's. Tidal Wave. Is Tidal Wave a Pokemon? Let's see here. Mr. Mine, the Legend Redo wants. Keith YB Artwork says, do you do the coloring all digitally after the inking? Yes. For these particular ones, yes, mainly because of my time. I'm actually very busy during the day. So I actually get my buddy Thomas Mason to color these for me. And he does a fantastic job. So I'm seeing a lot of Mewtwo's. Part of me wants to do Mewtwo. So let's do Mewtwo. I think you guys convinced me to do Mewtwo. Okay. Webline wants Lucario. Lucario, that's one of my son's favorites, by the way. It's Lucario's one of my son's favorites. A Swole Ash. I mean, I should have done a Swole Ash in here, right? But let's do Mewtwo. Gonna do Mewtwo here. I'm liking Lucario. I might add Lucario if we have time. Let's see. Mewtwo. Mewtwo. All right. Just getting some Mewtwo reference here. Okay. Swole Mew. Swole Mew. There you go. I like that. Swole Mew. Okay. So let me just hold on, guys. Just get a few more Mewtwo references up here. Just make sure I get the head right. So I want to make sure. Okay, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I kind of want to drink, guys. Can you give me 1 second? I'm just going to go grab myself a club soda. It's right in the morning. It's breakfast of champions. Club soda. In other words, water and salt and bubbles. That's what that is. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to get myself a club soda. 1 second. All right. My friends, you know you're in Canada when you have a Canada Dry. Not sponsored. Canada Dry, sponsor me. Canada Dry. There you go. There you go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw Mewtwo while I drink some Canadian club soda. There you go. Club soda. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to draw Mewtwo. We have him flying. Here, up we are, guys. We're going to have him flying up here. So this is going to be fun. Wants me to draw him like Spider-Man. Nah, he's got to have big muscles, man. Got to have big muscles. That's what we're going for today. Big muscles. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, another story here, a sadder story. An actress, her name's Kirstie Alley, passed away yesterday. Actually, there were a couple people who passed away yesterday. Kirstie Alley died at the age of 71, and she was surrounded by her closest family when she passed. Kirstie Alley, you youngins might not know who she is, but I know her from Cheers. We had a show called Cheers back in the day. She was a replacement for I forgot the other there was like a woman character there, and then she was like the replacement for her, and she became well known for her role on Cheers. And I always know her from the Weight Watcher commercials. She did a lot of Weight Watcher commercials. I remember that. Veronica's Closet. I remember that. I remember that show, Veronica's Closet. I'm trying to think if there's anything that like you youngins would know her from. The closest I think of was like all the weight loss commercials that she did. So she was in Star Trek 2 as well. That's right. So a lot of you younger ones probably won't know her that well, but for our older, your senior folk like myself, she was, you know, I used to love watching her on Cheers. But you know, that's just sad. Like she always struggled with her weight, so she was always doing like weight loss commercials, and I think she even tried to start her own weight loss company before. But you know, it's like 71. It's very young, very very young. Now to some of you youngins that doesn't seem young, but you know when you get older and you get of age, you realize that 71 is actually really really young. You know, it's you want people to live at least, you know, when you change the narrative from died too young to a life well lived, okay? Because you know when people pass away that are in their 80s, their 90s, like you consider that a long fulfilling life, especially, you know, they're like a famous actor or whatever, or they were a high ranking professional. in their profession. If they were able to live till they're like their 80s or 90s, you say that was a long, well-lived life. That's what you usually say. But to people that are like just turned 70, people who are 60, when they could have lived a little bit longer than that, then it's like, it's a bit young. It's a bit young. And especially myself experiencing the loss of a loved one at a very young age, like you understand how precious life is. You understand that our time is finite here. And all we can do is just do the best we can while we're here. So we'll it is what it is, right? So Care Bear says Stanley had a life well lived. Absolutely. But it feels like he died too young. Though, he was, how old was Stanley when he passed? He was in his 80s, no? Wasn't he in his 80s when he passed? That's a long life, man. Like, sometimes we take for granted that we're going to live that long. We take for granted that life, we're automatically going to live it to at least 80, right? You take that for granted. You never know. You don't know. Like, he was in his 90s. He was in his 90s, right? That's a life well lived. That was in his, he was old, right? When he passed. Like, to get to that age, 90s. I have an uncle in the Philippines, and when I last saw him, he was in his 90s. He was like 95, 97, but he had muscles. 95, 97. He never wore shoes. Like, he lived in the Philippines, never wore shoes. He hated wearing shoes, so he always walked around barefoot. But he had muscles. Now, these muscles that he had, they weren't Mario muscles. They weren't muscles like this. Okay, he had hard work muscles. You know hard work muscles. You see on TV like those those people who work in the forest or who live in the forest that just work hard. So their muscles came from working hard. That's the kind of muscles he had, and he looked so strong. But he passed away, I think, like 2 years later. He passed away. But he was like one of the strongest, like 95-year-olds I've ever seen. He's walking around. He's like, hey, James. Walking around like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You never know. That's a long life, man. Like, we take for granted that we're going to live that long. You don't know. You just don't. You don't know how long you're going to live, So just take advantage of the time you have while you're here. That's all we could do, Don't wait on things. Life's too short to wait on things. Just definitely, if you could do something now, why not do it now? Why wait? If you have the opportunity to travel now, you have the means, you have the money to do it, why not do it now? Why are you going to wait? What are you waiting for? Don't wait till it's too late, Get those experiences in. Because you don't know. You just don't know how long life's going to be for you. Don't wait to start that new business. Don't wait to start, going for that job of your dreams. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity, because there'll never be a perfect opportunity. There won't be. There will never be a perfect opportunity for anything. There will always be a reason for you not to do things. Life's too short for that, guys. It really is. It's too short for that. Trust me, from someone who knows firsthand. Life's too short. Life's too short to wait. Okay? As much as we would like to wait for the perfect time, there's never going to be a perfect time. There will always be something that tries to get in your way. But life's too short to not try. Give it a try, guys. No matter what you want to do in life, give it a try. Right? Weblight took a 3-week vacation, drove across the U.S. Yeah, that's awesome. That is amazing. That is amazing. Right? So, because especially for me, being a parent, I have to prepare. I have to prepare. What if tomorrow I get in an accident tomorrow? What if that happened? Am I ready to go? Am I prepared? And that's one thing. What happened to me, I had to make sure I'm prepared. if something were ever to happen to me, I got to make sure my kids are okay. You know, I got to make sure that if something happened to me tomorrow, all my affairs are in order. That I don't make it hard for my family if something were to happen to me. So I need to start thinking about that. You know, I think I'm thinking about that earlier than a lot of people. But again, when you experience something like I did, and you have no choice, you have to. You have to. So anyway, so condolences to the family of Kirstie Alley. I also saw yesterday that someone else who passed away was the guy from Sesame Street, right? Have you heard about that guy? Sesame Street. Sesame. Yeah, Bob McGrath. That's him. Bob McGrath. Bob McGrath. Okay, talk about a life well lived. Bob McGrath, original cast member on Sesame Street. He died at 90 years old. Again, life well lived. Life well lived. He lived 20 years longer than Kirstie Alley. He lived for another 20 years. Almost 20 years. I don't know. Is Sesame Street still a thing now? I'm going to ask you, is it still as popular as it was before? So, guys, I'm just turning on my cameras here. Just give me a second. Oh, my battery's exhausted. Just give me a second. Is Sesame Street as popular as it once was? Kind of. My Mayor Liz says, kind of. But, you know, since I was a kid, I used to watch Bob McGrath. You know, it's a interesting time because a lot of people in pop culture passing away this year. A lot of the people, like you know, Kevin Conroy, Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Ranger, right? Again, just showing you how precious life is, right? Precious life is. So, you know, one thing that I did want to do, one thing I did want to do is I wanted to draw a version of this with Sesame Street characters. So I might do that sooner than later, guys, if that's the case. I'm not sure if I'll do that right away because this is kind of similar to that. It's a little bit similar. But you never know. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, let's so again, condolences to the family, but again, life well lived. Life well lived. So anyway, let's go back to the news here. See if there's anything else worth talking about in the news here. Okay, Spider-Verse sequel sets trailer launch. Okay, so when's that going to happen? Spider-Verse sequel. Okay, so December 13th. Okay, December 13th will be the launch date for the first trailer of the highly anticipated sequel, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Okay, so this is going to be interesting, guys. Can't wait for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Because that first teaser we saw was pretty awesome. And now we're going to get the full trailer coming out. When's this movie coming out? The official Twitch account of the movie has been sending out new stills from the follow-up of the 2018 release. I loved Into the Spider-Verse. I thought it was a great movie. I thought the animation style was very innovative. And I thought they did a fantastic job with it. It's won the animated Oscar and sat high on many best of year lists. I thought it was a fantastic movie. My friend John thought it was better than Endgame. I wouldn't go that far, but I thought it was a fantastic movie for sure. Let's see, when is this movie coming out? I don't know when it's coming out. Spider-Man into. I want to know actually. I'm a little curious. When is this movie coming out? Let me see if I can do it. Unless you guys are faster than me. You guys are faster? When's this movie coming out? I'm faster. June again. June 2nd. June 2nd. Spider-Verse 2 is coming out. That's June next year, man. It's a big movie month for pop culture, guys. We're going to have a fun time on the stream in June of next year, guys. Oh, man, it's a stacked 2023, eh? Stacked 2023, especially June. We're going to have Spider-Verse June 2nd, and then we're going to have The Flash on June 16th, and then we're going to have Transformers on June 23rd. What a month! What a month! That's going to be fun. So really excited for that. You know, for my, I have a lot of friends who watch me from India. They're going to have Spider-Man India in this movie. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. So we'll look out for that trailer. So the 13th, that is how long is that? Today's the 6th, right? So doing the math on my that's like 6 plus 7. 7, 13 minus 6. That's 7. 7 days, 1 week. 1 week before that trailer came out. That's how I do math, by the way. Yeah, for 1 plus 1 is 2. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go, right? So Indiana Jones also in June. June is a stacked month, my friends. June is a stacked month. Save your money and wait for June. Wait for June. That's what we're gonna do. So let's get back to this Mewtwo with muscles here. Mewtwo with muscles. It is muscles. Though I did miss this one part of his body. Because he actually has... Well, I could do something like this and it would work. So exciting to see what it's about. I'm not sure if we're going to learn more of the story. But, you know, it is pretty early for a trailer. Like, it's December, right? This movie's not coming out till June. I think it's a little bit early for a trailer, but they must be happy with it, so we'll see what happens with it. We'll definitely see what happens with it. Okay? So let's see. What other stories are out there right now? Let's see here. Keanu Reeves talks Wick spinoff Ballerina. So have you heard of this movie? The Ballerina that's coming out? Based on John Wick 3 and the ballerinas that are there. So Keanu Reeves has confirmed the upcoming John Wick spin-off series, Ballerina. Okay. Will take place between the 3rd and 4th entries in the main franchise. So that's pretty exciting. Appearing at CCXP, which again, it's like it's like the 3rd biggest convention now. That's what it looks like it's becoming. CCXP. It's becoming as big as... so the top one is, of course, the San Diego Comic-Con. The next one, I would say, is New York Comic-Con. So from CCXP, they went over the weekend. Reeves touched upon the Ana de Armas-led tie-in film. So Ana de Armas is going to play Ballerina, which sees a young female assassin seeking revenge against her family's killers. Okay. So Keanu Reeves says... Can I do a Keanu Reeves impressions? Whoa. I cannot, but I'll just imagine Keanu Reeves saying this, guys, okay? Someone killed her father. Who could that be? And so it's her journey to actually understand her past. She lost her father at a young age, and she doesn't really know what happened. Only that someone came into the house and killed her father who had a tattoo. And we know in John Wick, if you have a tattoo, something's going on. That's right. Who could that person be? Who's she hunting? Reeves adds that he himself is in it for a few sequences. So Keanu Reeves is going to be in the movie. Of course he's going to be in the movie. Right? You want the movie to do well. You want Keanu Reeves to be in that movie. We'll be joined by fellow franchise alum Angelica Houston. As we know that she was in John Wick 3. And so she had to be in this movie. She definitely had to be in this movie for sure. Ian McShane, of course. Lance Reddick. And who will all reprise their roles from previous films. Ballerina is currently filming under the helm of Len Wiseman, and there's no release date yet, whilst the 4th John Wick film arrives on March 24th. Okay, March 24th. That's exciting. That's definitely exciting for me. I was working at a company called Spin. And my friend Tori, she's now working at a company. I think she's working at a company called Mr. X now. My good friend Tori, she was working on John Wick, and we thought, watching all the shots in John Wick, the ones we were working on. So we see individual shots, and we don't get to see the full movie, right? We don't get to watch the full movie, not till the end. Sometimes the studios will let us watch the full movie at the end, but for this particular one, I remember when John Wick, we were working on those shots. We just thought it was like just a regular run-of-the-mill, like straight to DVD style movie. And I think a lot of people thought that when it came out. A lot of people thought this was just going to be like, just a fun throwaway action flick. And people didn't think that it would achieve the success that it did, now that it spawned 3 sequels and now a 4th film. Now, these aren't like mega blockbuster movies or anything like that, but it is franchises people love, and it's just like a lot of fun to watch. So, but we didn't know that going into it. Like, we were doing things like putting in like bullet holes into cars and stuff like that. That was Tori's job. Tori, very, very talented matte painter. So it's just cool when you see something you were working on become like this gigantic hit that nobody was expecting. So I never personally worked on that movie. I was just watching her. There was a lot of movies I worked on that, or a lot of movies I didn't work on that I saw my friends working on and wished I would have worked on it. That wasn't one of them. That wasn't one I was wishing to work on. It was just interesting to see how well it did after watching my friends work on that movie. So it's very, very interesting to see. So it looks like a good movie. And, I was waiting for that John Wick 4 release for a while because I wanted to release that Keanu Reeves video I did when that movie released. But, my video kept getting pushed back and the movie kept being pushed back. So I just decided in the summertime that, okay, I'm just going to release this video. And hopefully it does well. And it did not do well. But then again, that's all my videos now. They don't do well anymore. But you know what I also noticed with my videos, guys, is that sometimes they have a long shelf life. I call them slow burns. A lot of my videos, they pop later. So they don't pop immediately, they pop later. Like, you know what? A video that's really hot of mine right now, my Black Adam or my Rock 10-minute, 1 minute, 10-second drawing. My 10 hours, 10 minutes, one of those. 10 hours, 1 hour, 10-minute, 1 minute, 10-second video, that's starting to pop right now. That's starting to get some traction right now. That videos have been out for months. And people are starting to find it right now. So you never know with YouTube. You never know when it's gonna pop. Like my most popular video, which is the Iron Man 10-minute, 1 minute, 10-second video. That particular video didn't get any traction at all for a month. I remember that too, because I put that video out. Didn't think anything of it. At that time, I was just trying to put a video out a day. And then a month later, I saw it starting. People started watching that video. A lot of people started watching that video. Right now, it has over 20 million views right now. You imagine that? A video that literally took me 1 hour to produce. From start to finish editing. 1 hour. Literally 1 hour, guys. I edited that video in 1 hour. 20 million views. And then I would do something like 1,000-hour drawing. 5 views. No, I won't say 5 views. That 1,000-hour drawing actually got 1 million views eventually. So yeah. Was it due to cancer, Christopher? Was it due to cancer? Christy Alley's passing. Cancer sucks, man. Cancer just sucks. Well, that's how we lost also. Kevin Conroy was lost to cancer as well. So that's definitely just one of those diseases, guys. That's why I'm always like, check yourselves out, guys. If you can, if you have the means to do your blood work every year, get yourself checked. It's worth it because cancer is one of those things that can happen to anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your genetics are. It can happen to anybody. And if you catch it early enough, you could save your life. Or you could be put in a situation like mine where we caught it too late. We caught it. She was already in stage 4. When we found out she had cancer, my wife. So if you get the means to check yourselves, the means to go to the doctor and get yourself checked on a regular basis, please do. Don't take that for granted, okay? Those of you living in Canada, not many people watch me from Canada. I'm from Canada. Not a lot of people watch me from Canada. If you're in Canada, healthcare is free here. There's no excuse for you not to go to the doctor and get yourself checked out, right? We talked about life being short. It's going to be even shorter if cancer just decides to come and take you. If you have the means to go to the doctor on a regular basis, please do. Please do, because you just never know. Part of me always asks myself, what would have happened if we caught what my wife had earlier? And I don't know. I can't answer that question because I don't know. Right? But cancer has taken too many people. Just too many. So protect yourselves, guys. If you have the chance to go to the doctor, please do. Don't take that for granted. Do it. Do it. So, anyway. All right. Oh, there you go. There you go, Liz. Liz is my friend, by the way. Liz, if you're the Liz I know that lives here, it's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. Yeah. So anyway, again, not being all doom and gloom, but how do I know if you don't have any symptoms? Exactly. My wife didn't have any symptoms. She didn't have. That's why you should just check yourself out regularly. Get your blood work done. That's how you find out your blood work. If you don't have any lumps or anything like that, your blood work. If you can get your blood work done, and again, it depends on where you live. I know that costs money, but if you could at least get your blood work checked at least once a year, you'll know. You'll know. We found out about my wife's illness through an MRI, but then eventually her blood work came back and they found out there too. So if you can, guys, don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to the news here. Okay. Here's a piece of news that came out a few days ago. This is a little intriguing for my wrestling fans here. Becky Lynch, for those of you who don't know, the man, Becky Lynch, that's her name. Wrestling fans would know this, but this is not really a wrestling story. She was almost in Eternals. She was almost a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that was a story that just came out a few days ago, where it says here, superstar Becky Lynch reportedly filmed a scene for Marvel feature that went unused, though she could return for more in the future. Fightful Select broke the story, saying Lynch was originally set to appear in a post-credits scene in Chloe Zhao's Eternals last year. However, the scene didn't end up in the film due to an editing decision. Despite not appearing in the film, the report says the possibility of Lynch appearing in future films isn't out of the question. Their source saying the scene was too depressing to end up in the movie, and would have seen Harry Styles' Eros appear alongside Lynch as opposed to him showing up alongside Pip the Troll for the final film. Lynch was really recently starred in Young Rock series as singer Cyndi Lauper. By the way, if you have seen Becky Lynch as Cyndi Lauper, talk about a character transformation. She did a fantastic job as Cyndi Lauper. Because Becky Lynch has this very strong Irish accent. It's a very strong Irish accent. But she played Cyndi Lauper. You could not tell. She lost her accent completely playing Cyndi Lauper. She did a fantastic job. And apparently she's going to be in the MCU. That's pretty cool. So it must be some sort of cosmic character if she's beside Eros. Right? So that's super interesting to me. I don't think she's going to be playing anyone, any character that... Because maybe some of you who know comic book lore a little bit more than I do would have an idea of a character she could possibly play. Maybe Death? Maybe Death? Is she Death? Thanos' love interest? Death? Oh, is Apple here? Good morning. Good morning, my brother Apple. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, my friend Apple. Good to see you. So she could be playing Death? I don't know. Maybe Apple knows. What character could Becky Lynch be playing in the MCU? Not sure. But most likely, it's probably a character that we're not very familiar with. It's just like when what's her name? When Sasha Banks was cast in The Mandalorian. A lot of people thought she was playing like multiple characters. I think some people thought she was going to be playing Sabine. They had all these guesses who she was playing, and then it turned out to be like a brand new character. So I have a feeling that might be the case with Becky Lynch because of her experience. I don't know if they'd saddle her with a character that's so well known, but you never know. At the same time, maybe they would. Maybe they would. So we'll see. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and draw the tail. I should draw the tail with muscles. I should draw the tail with muscles. So what time is it, guys? It is 6:43. So we're gonna go for another hour or so. Well, I go ahead and draw this tail here like this. Maybe like that. She could be. Oh, that's an interesting one. Care Bear says she could be playing Angela, the character Angela. If you guys don't know the character Angela, she's a cosmic character created by Neil Gaiman, the creator of Watchmen, or the writer of Watchmen, the writer of Sandman. Excuse me, Sandman. And Angela is a very interesting case where he created her to be in the comic book Spawn, and that he had to fight for the rights to Angela, which he won, and then eventually licensed it to Marvel, licensed that character Angela to Marvel. So that's why Angela was actually part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. Like I haven't read many books with her in it. But, she became a big staple. So that's definitely a possibility. That's actually a great, suggestion there, Cara Bear. She plays Angela. So there's Swole Mew, guys. Swole Mew. Okay, give me another character, guys. Everybody in the chat, give me another character to draw. Give me another character to draw. Which other Pokemon should I draw, guys? Go for it. Go for it right now. How about in Instagram? My friends on Instagram who are in here. My friends who are on Instagram. Sean Baker Art says she ended up being with the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's right. There you go. We're thinking alike, my friend Sean. We're thinking alike. Okay, guys, give me a character to draw. Who's next? Okay, so Nightmare Liz wants Diglett. There you go. A couple people want Diglett. You got Eevee or Meowth, Woe Buffett, Tidal Wave, Charmander. Oh, does Apple know? Apple actually knows. Apple knows. Apple actually knows who Becky Lynch is playing. Okay, I won't press it. You see, I'm unlike those guys who are always trying to get information. Like when I was, I had dinner with all those Marvel concept artists. Or lunch. We had lunch together, and I could have pried. I could have went, "Hey guys, hey, what you working on? Hey, come on, tell me. Tell me what are you going to work on? What are you working on? Tell me what you're going to work on." Andrew wants to see a swole Jigglypuff. Well, there you go, Andrew, right there. Your swole Jigglypuff right there. Andrew came a little bit late. But I'm not one to try to get information. Get some information out to anybody. So I'm not one to pry. I respect the NDA. If anyone respects the NDA, it's me. For those of you who don't know what an NDA is non-disclosure agreement. It really means that you better keep this secret or we're going to sue you for everything you own. That's pretty much what an NDA is. And so I'm not one to make them break their NDA, but I could have, because it turned out when I was there, they were working on Black Panther and they were working on Namor. Black Panther. They were working on the Black Panther movie. I think Andy was working on the Thor movie when I was there. This was years ago, guys. This was like 2-3 years ago. And they were working on those movies at that time. Like my buddy Anthony, he was working on designing Namor at the time. But he couldn't tell me. He was working on Namor and She-Hulk at that time. So this was like 3 years ago when I had lunch with them. I would definitely, I don't want to get them in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, right? Though then again, I didn't sign those NDAs. I did not sign those NDAs. So if I found out something and I leaked it, nothing's going to happen. But I respect the NDA. Let me tell you guys this story. I worked on, when I was at Pixamundo, I worked on a Fallout trailer. You guys know that, you guys know that video game Fallout? So I believe Fallout 4, this was quite a few years ago. I think it's like 2015. Fallout 4 was coming out. And we got to work on the Fallout 4 trailer. There's a live action Fallout 4 trailer, okay? If you want to look at that. I worked on that trailer. However, the way our company got the job was that, and just give me a second, I'm still turning the camera on here. The way our company got that contract to work on that trailer, because that contract was actually with a different visual effects company at first. Was it a different visual effects company at first? The way we got that contract was that some artist who in that other company revealed he was working on that trailer. Apparently on Reddit or something. He told everyone that he was working on that Fallout trailer, and then they got sued by who does Fallout? Was it Bethesda? I forgot who. But I forgot who did that trailer. So they lost that contract and they were sued because that one artist went online and told people they were working on it. So we got that contract, and nobody. It was so secret because we were so afraid that would happen to us that they didn't tell everyone in the studio that we were working on it. So only the select few that was working on it. Bethesda, is that the one, Liz? Bethesda, yes. There you go. So we were, whenever you work in film, they always have an alias for the movie name. So we could talk freely about the project. And we wouldn't get in trouble. So we couldn't talk to each other and go, hey, that Fallout 4 trailer we're working on? We didn't say that. So we had code names for the movies. Very common. So for example, when we worked on Fantastic Four, Fan-4-Stick, as we say, when we worked on Fan-4-Stick, the code name for that was, I believe, Henry Street. That was the name for that movie. So whenever we referred to working on Fantastic Four, we would call it Henry Street. Oh, you got that shot done for Henry Street? You got those assets done for Henry Street? We would call it Henry Street. Now, I didn't know this. So for the longest time, everybody's talking about this Henry Street movie. And I had no idea what it was. And then they was like, I'm working on Dr. Doom and Henry Street. I'm like, what, Dr. Doom's in Henry Street? What are you talking about? So that was our code. That's how we didn't have any trouble. That's how we got out. That's how we were able to talk about it without people finding out. Okay. And by the way, did I figure out who I'm going to draw here? I'm going to take my friend Liz's suggestion here. Liz wanted Diglett. Let's do Diglett. Okay, we're going to do Diglett, guys. We're going to do Diglett. She also said a Cubone would be cool as well. Let's see. Let me look. Diglett. So for that Fallout trailer, we called it Electric Sheep. That was the code name for it. Electric sheep. Can I draw Diglett? I think I could do Diglett like down here at the bottom. I could do Diglett like down here, like in the bottom here. We could do Diglett down here. Maybe we could do a little Diglett there. And then maybe we'll do a Cubone later. I think Cubone would be fun too, Liz. It would be fun too. So, it's called Electric Sheep. So maybe one day I'll show you guys the breakdown of that trailer that we worked on, and I can show you exactly what I worked on in that trailer. So that's definitely something here. Let's see. Ray Santos asked what I draw. Now's not a bad time for a review, so we go Jigglypuff here. So maybe the main ones here, guys. Bulbasaur, Charmander, of course Pikachu. We got a Ninja Turtle here, Squirtle, Snorlax, and Mewtwo. We're gonna go ahead and draw Diglett here, which is why I didn't draw the legs, guys. Which is why I didn't draw the legs. I'm gonna draw the legs. All right. So Christopher says it's the funniest code name for a film being in production. Return of the Jedi had Blue Harvest. Yes, that's very, very well known. The Blue Harvest name. So yeah, that's all movies. It's a way for people to talk freely about the movie without revealing they're working on a movie. So that's just, it's very common in the movie spheres. It'd be funny if I had like little rocks coming up here like this. Get little rocks coming up there. Like that. So there you go. There you go. So we got to do a Star Wars Survivor since the game is being shown on December 8th. The game. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe my buddy Apple. Do something Star Warsy. Why not? Why not? Yeah, that's right. That game's coming out soon, right? I've heard about that. Yeah. Definitely. Hello, 12 Dakas. Liking what we're doing here. Having some fun. Swollen cute. That's right. Swollen cute. Is there a new Harry Potter game coming out, Liz? There's a new Harry Potter game. A lot of fun games definitely coming out right now. So, okay. So, this is definitely interesting here. Just taking a look if there's any other news that I want to talk about. Here's one. Here's a story here. Haley Atwell wants a Peggy Carter return. Okay, so let's read this while we draw Diglett here. I'm gonna draw and talk and read at the same time. Okay, so here we go. Liz is working on the Pokemon Violet. Awesome. Haley Atwell earned major fan base over the years for a role as Peggy Carter in several films and TV series for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. More recently, she reprised a variant of the role in the form of Captain Carter, a superhero, first in the What If animated anthology series, followed by a live-action appearance in this year's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Well, I draw Diglett here. Let's see here. This character's appearance in the latter was essentially a cameo and saw her quickly and brutally bisected. By the way, spoilers. With her own shield by Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen. Talking about her role in that film with Digital Spy, she says she'd definitely be up for returning if there was more to do for her next time. Okay. And this is her. I'm not going to do this in an accent. If this was 5 years ago, I would have done this in a British accent, but I will not. For my British friends here. It was definitely not, the trajectory that I see for Peggy. I would definitely like her to have more to do. Depends on what Marvel and what the audience want. I'm a custodian of her. Compared to the rest of my career and everything I've done, or my stage work and doing Mission Impossible, now and all the diversity of roles I played, and the diversity that I get to explore, and to be able to play more complex roles and villains and lots of different things. She is not mine anymore. And I kind of like that when actresses or actors, even though they play the role, they don't feel ownership over the role. That's very interesting to see. It's very humble. She lives in a world of people that have taken her into their heart, and that's beautiful. That's kind of like, you can't control the impact of a particular role has on the rest of the world. There's no word yet if Ad will return as Peggy to the MCU beyond a second season of What If appearance of Captain Carter. Marvel's next effort is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, hitting February 17th, 2023. So as my friend John Campia would say, surprise! Actor wants to act. Actor wants her character to have more lines and a better role in a movie. Now, again, guys, I really believe they did the Illuminati dirty. Like, you wanted to see them do more. You really did. Like, you brought all those actors in there. You brought all those fun Easter eggs in there. And again, maybe it doesn't fit their narrative overall, so I get that. But, you wanted to see them just do so much more than they did in that movie, right? You really did. Like, especially characters like Captain Carter, like Reed Richards. You want to see them do a little bit more. And, if you want to see them die like in the final fight type thing, I think, if they were involved somehow in the final confrontation with Wanda, and then they die there, instead of dying, like, literally, very easily. Like, literally very easily. These are the guys that defeated Thanos, right? These guys defeated Thanos together. But then Wanda comes along and defeats them like they're nothing. Like they're nothing. Like, talk about the power of a Wanda Maximoff. That he was able to defeat them as if they were nothing. So I do think they could have explored more with that Captain Carter role, for sure. Absolutely. But to have an actress saying, I want to play her more, duh. Of course. Actors want to act. And I think we will see her again. I really do believe we're going to see her in... they are saying Secret Wars. They're bringing back everybody in Secret Wars. They want Secret Wars to be more than Endgame. That's their end game, is to make Secret Wars better than Endgame. So that's the rumor. They're bringing back everybody who's ever played a role in a Marvel movie, and not just in the MCU, in all of Marvel. Right? That's their current plan. Or anyway, that's rumored. Anyway, that's the rumor. So I think we're going to see her again. I'm not sure if in a future movie or not, but I have a feeling we will see her in Secret Wars. But that's pretty much a non-story, because again, actress wants to play a role that she played. Of course they do. They want money. Of course they do. So we'll see. Which brings back because if they're gonna do that, where they're gonna bring all the characters back for anyone who's played a Marvel role. Couple interesting things there. First of all, of course, we have the Chris Evans factor. Are they gonna bring back both Fantastic Four, Chris Evans and Captain America? Are they gonna do that? Are they going to? What about Kevin Bacon? Kevin Bacon was in the X-Men movies. Are they going to bring back Kevin Bacon from the X-Men movies and Kevin Bacon from the holiday special? Is that what they're going to do? So, just some interesting things there. Like, whether you believe that rumor or not. Now, but here's the problem with rumors, guys. Here's the problem with rumors. Now, whether the rumor is true or not, now we're expecting it. Right? Now we're expecting it. Now we're expecting that we're going to see everybody who's ever been in a Marvel movie ever and TV show ever to show up in Secret Wars. Now we're expecting it. So if it doesn't happen now, there are going to be some who are going to be like, oh, that movie sucked. because they didn't bring back everybody. That's the problem with rumors. Nobody said that in the first place. Nobody ever said that was going to happen officially. But now a lot of people are expecting it. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. But it's just like what happened with Doctor Strange. A lot of people thought they were going to see all these things, all these cameos in Doctor Strange. And of course, they had the Illuminati cameos for sure. And that was actually rumored for a while. But they were talking about Spider-Man being in there. They were talking about Daredevil. They were talking about X. They were talking about all these cameos that were going to be in the Multiverse of Madness. And they didn't happen. And whether fair or not, a lot of people were disappointed because they didn't see those cameos. I was more disappointed because cameos they did have, which I was excited to see, they only lasted for a few, literally only for a few scenes. And then they were gone. That's why I was disappointed. So there you go. Chunks says, I've been watching you for years and you inspired me to start drawing now. I'm making my own comic. That's fantastic, Chunks. Fantastic. And thank you so much. Definitely share your comic with us. For sure. Or, preview of your comic. I'm sure you want to sell it eventually. So, yeah, definitely send me a preview. Show me on Twitter's the best place, guys. I don't check my Instagram messages that much. So I know a lot of you try to send me messages on Instagram. I hardly check my Instagram, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. So if you want to send me some artwork for me to look at, and again, it's not a guarantee I'm going to review it or anything, but if you just want to share with me what you're working on, I'd love to see it. Twitter is your best option to do something like that, okay? All right. So, I'm going to leave this part a little blank just in case we add a couple more characters here at the bottom. But for the most part, this is Muscle Diglett. There you go. Just putting that in there. So, a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. So, okay, guys, give me another character. Give me another character. Let's go. Another character. It is 7 o'clock right now. We are going to go for another, I would actually say about 40 minutes, guys. Another 40 minutes. So I could do a couple more here. So give me a couple more characters that I could do, my friends. Give me a couple more characters I could do. Okay, so somebody's Eevee, Cubone. I kind of like Cubone. Let's do Cubone. I'm going to do Cubone. I like the possibilities with Cubone. Cubone with muscles. Cubone with muscles. Okay, so let's go here. I got to try to rush through because I want to get as many as I can in here. And again, this will be the last. I'm not going to be adding to this drawing anymore after today, guys. So I'm going to finish this with you. So just drawing some muscles here. This Cubone-ish muscles. And he's going to be holding a bone. Because he's Cubone. Cubone, my friends. Cubone. Hi, Aiden. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, my friend. Aiden, again, another OG. Here, the OGs are back. The OGs are back, my friends. So go ahead and just sketching in this muscular Cubone here as we answer a few more questions. Still talking about the news of the day here. We had a very spirited discussion about AI art earlier. And I know we talked about that a couple days ago, but I had a very strong thoughts on AI art as I've been watching it more the past couple days. Some interesting things about it. So if you guys missed that conversation, you want to hear me rant about AI art, please do download the Box Office Artist podcast. Okay, if you missed it, I am recording this as a podcast. So if you ever miss a stream, but you like hearing me yap, whether that be you're in at the gym or you're taking a walk and you just want to hear me talking, you could do that by downloading the Box Office Artist podcast, and you could get that on all podcatchers. I'm not sure if it's on Spotify or not, but most all podcatchers you'll be able to listen to the Box Office Artist podcast. There you go, my friend. Yes, definitely a lot of nostalgia here, Aiden. Definitely, it does remind me of our old Star Wars mural days, for sure. Definitely. All right. And the Box Office podcast, I actually don't have music playing. So if you are listening to music right now, and on Instagram there's no music playing because I'm streaming off my phone. But if you want to hear this without any music, just me talking, the Box Office Artist podcast, go download that today. Okay, subscribe today to the Box Office Artist podcast. I bit the bullet, guys. I bit the bullet. I paid so that I could put up a 2-3 hour live stream every day. I paid the money for you guys. I don't know if it was worth it or not, but, I said to myself, why not? Why not? And we'll try to keep this going. This morning masterclass. The morning masterclass with the Box Office Artist. That's right. Right on. Okay, take care, Mario. Thank you again for holding down the fort. Thank you so much, Mario. While we draw this Cubone here. Just like that. And this is a lot of fun, guys. This was a very, very fun one. So I will start taking your suggestions. What are we going to draw tomorrow? Part of me for tomorrow, one thing I'm thinking about doing is that Sesame Street tribute. Again, we lost that actor from Sesame Street. His name Bob McGrath. So part of me wants to do Sesame Street with muscles tomorrow. Part of me wants to do that. Though my mind could change. You guys come up with a better suggestion, by all means. Care Bear says, cost money to live stream? I didn't know that. It does. It does. Depending on what platform you use. But to get it to get on everything, you do have to pay a few dollars here and there. Especially if you put up as much hours as I do on podcasts. Like these streams, they take up a lot of space. So you actually pay for the storage of it. So I use a service called Libsyn. Though I would suggest to you guys, if you guys want to get into podcasting, maybe something like Anchor would be better for you. If you wanted to do some more podcasting. But for me, I use something called, and I've been using it forever, Libsyn. And I upgraded so I could put out like a 2-3 hour podcast every single day. I upgraded my plan. Now, would it have been cheaper just to throw it up on YouTube? For sure. Definitely. But that's the morning streams, right? That's what we do in the morning streams. I just wanted to give you guys an option. If you wanted to download this later, you definitely could. So let's see here. So start giving me a suggestion, guys. What can I draw tomorrow? I would like to know. What can I draw tomorrow? While I finish up this Cubone here. It's funny. Cubone's actually bigger than Mewtwo. I made Cubone bigger than Mewtwo. There you go. Apple actually says he was there last time in Alamo last time. He was there with Big Bourbon and Kermit. I did not know that. Apple. I would have loved to have taken a picture with him. I didn't know that. Yeah. Bob wants Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes would be a fun one for sure. Yeah. But right now I am leaning towards Sesame Street. again, because it's a little relevant. And it'll be fun to see Big Bird and Grover and Oscar with muscles. It would be fun. Weblight wants backyardigans. Now, I didn't know that you guys have backyardigans down there. I know Weblight's from Texas. How many of you guys, that's my question, how many of you guys watch backyardigans or know about backyardigans? Because I would have loved to have done the reason I never even crossed my mind to do backyardigans, I thought that was only a Canada thing. How many of you guys actually know what backyardigans is? And if you don't, let me know that as well, if you don't. And that's fine if you don't. Because that would prove my point, right? Let's see here. Reese wants GoBots. Of course you want GoBots, Reese. Though, again, a side kill, very relevant right now. If I was going to do a GoBot, it probably wouldn't be more relevant than right now to do a GoBot. Like side kill. Quote unquote relevant, right? Liz loved it when she was little, of course. You're from Canada, Liz. You would remember that, right? Apple wants Kids in the Hall. Love to do Kids in the Hall. You know, Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall. There's this tour going around called Who's Live Anyway? So the cast of Who's Line Is It Anyway? Ryan Stiles, Greg Proops, what's his name? Jeff Davis, and Greg Proops. There's Jeff Davis, and who was the other guy? It was Chip Eston. But then sometimes they got another dude to come in that I don't know who he is. So there was a time where Ryan Stiles couldn't do the tour, so they got Dave Foley to fill in for him. They got Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall to fill in for him. So Bob has no idea what backyardigans is. Yes, Weblight loves it and loves. Sons loves it too. No Colin or Wayne. Yep, no Colin or Wayne. Colin actually has another show, which I'm actually going to see very shortly. It's coming here. He has a show with Brad Sherwood, another Who's Line alum. They have a two-man show. And it's actually coming to Mississauga here, which isn't too far from me. It's just just about a 10-minute drive for me. I'm actually going to go watch it with my buddy Martin. We're going to go watch that very, very soon. I'm super excited to see that show. So I saw the Who's Live show. It was hilarious. Hilarious show. It almost didn't happen, too, because there was this giant power outage. They almost had to cancel the show because there was no power in the studio, in the venue. But then they were able to get the power on in the nick of time. So, and it was a fun show. It was a lot of fun. Improv shows are fun. They're low prep for these guys because they just make everything up on the spot. And but I would only go to improv shows where I know that they're professionals. You don't want to go to amateur improv shows. You don't know if they could cut it, right? You don't know if they could actually make you laugh. But I know if I'm going to a Colin Mockery show and Brad Sherwood show, it's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. So. Let's see here. But again, if I were to do a side kill or a GoBot piece, now would be the time. It would definitely be the time. Sir Galahad wants swole Powerpuff Girls. There you go. But Wayne Brady, no. Like, Wayne Brady's a busy dude. Still got Let's Make a Deal. But I got one of those cameos from. I bought one of those cameos from Colin, because like I mentioned, my buddy Martin, we're huge Who's Line fans. We're gigantic Who's Line fans. So I got him as a part of a wedding present. I got him to send a message to my buddy Martin. Oh, and he absolutely loved it. He loved it. And that was great. He actually did a hoedown. He did a hoedown for their wedding. It was actually really good. So good. So, anyway, guys. Guys, I love few things I love in life. Few things I love. I love comics. I love comic characters. I love wrestling, and I love Who's Line. That's about it. In terms of things I watch. Anyway, in terms of watch. Of course I love my family, church, and all that stuff. Of course. Of course I do. Of course I do. Okay, I'm coming down to the end of Cubone here, guys, which I made bigger than Mewtwo. I know people are going to get on me for that. I know people are going to get on me for making him bigger than Mewtwo, but Mewtwo should be bigger than Cubone. But okay, give me another character, guys. Give me another character. Bob wants me to draw Dungeons and Dragons, 80s cartoon. I never watched it. I'm not a big Dungeons and Dragons fan. Not really. Not really. Transformers artist draws GoBots. That's right, Care Bear. There you go. Reese will not get off that tidal wave thing. Will not get off that tidal. Streets of Rage 2. That'd be interesting. Bob wants me to do the Bloodline because I've been talking about it for weeks. Doing the Bloodline piece. Doing the Bloodline would be it'd be a nice change of pace for sure. It would definitely be a nice change of pace. If you're watching me on Twitter, you could tag them while I'm drawing it, right? Drawing the Inoue family. It would definitely be a nice change of pace before I do the Sesame Street drawing. Like, we could do the Sesame Street drawing on the weekend and then do the Bloodline tomorrow. We could do that. Oh, this is it. Sir Galahad has a very interesting one here. It's the Godzilla version of Barney and Friends. That's not bad either. I kind of like that a lot. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Can you do me a favor, Sir Galahad? Can you mention that? I'm gonna ask again. I'm gonna put a call out for suggestions. Can you write that? I don't know if I'm gonna do that tomorrow, but that's a cool idea. I like that a lot. I actually like that a lot. So let's see here. So Rob wants Luxray, okay. Machamp, Caribou wants Machamp. Eevee. I don't know if I want to do a female character here. It might look off. And might have weird thoughts. Can you do anything other than draw muscular dudes? Nope. Nope. I don't know how to draw anything but muscles. I can only draw muscles, and not even good muscles. Let's see here. Is Eevee male? Yeah, Eevee's male. I should have known that. Actually, you know what? I've seen a muscular Eevee before. Now I'm thinking about it. I think I've seen a muscular Eevee before. I think you're right. By the way, Stewart07 says my son Connor loves you. Thank you so much, Stewart. Thank you. And apologize to everybody watching on Instagram. Short Anime Editor wants me to say hi, hello. I apologize to everybody watching on Instagram because the camera is way out of my sight. Here it's like above, so I cannot see the chat unless I stand up and take a quick look at the chat, which I'm looking at right now. So thank you guys for joining in on the stream. Hello, my friends. Hello, everybody there. Mario's on here too. Mario's on Instagram. You're double dipping there, Mario. You're on both. You're on both. So let's see here. Yeah, that's not weird. Okay, so Eevee can be male or female. Jigglypuff is female. That shows you how much I know my Pokemon, guys. That shows you how much I know my Pokemon. Well, that's gonna get them talking, isn't it? Golly, Bob wants me to draw Akira or Fist of the North Star. Akira drawing Akira would have excited me 20 years ago. I have no interest in drawing those buildings though. You guys know I'm a detailed guy. I'm a detailed dude. But drawing a lot of buildings, broken down buildings, doesn't excite me as it used to. Before I would love it. You say I'm gonna draw this decapitated city, I'll be like, oh yeah! Let's go! But right now, like, nah. So let's see here. Ruben's World wants Rillaboom. Renee wants Gengar. Oh, Gengar's not bad. Let's see here. Whoops, sorry guys. Sorry, I moved the camera on Instagram. I moved my Instagram camera. Gengar. Okay, let's do Gengar. Let's do Gengar. Thank you, Renee, for this suggestion. Gengar. Let's do Gengar. Webley wants me to add Digimon to maybe. Hello, Burger Sandwich. Hello, my friend. Burger Sandwich. Gengar. See if I can do this quickly. So it is 7:22, guys. Let's see if I can do two smaller ones after Gengar here. We'll see. We'll see if I can draw two smaller ones because we were running out of time. I did want to finish at 40. I can go a tiny bit longer than that, but not much. Not much longer than that. Okay. And again, I'm wondering why Mewtwo is so small compared to these guys. Like, well, Mewtwo. KO7 says these look so good. Thank you so much, my friend. Vortex wants me to do more Dragon Ball. You're one of the few who wants me to do more Dragon Ball, my friend. You're one of the few who wants me to do more Dragon Ball. Because as the people who saw my very first Goku, I did. Why they don't want me to do more Dragon Ball? No, I can definitely do Dragon Ball. We again, we can do it like the way I did the One Piece, where it's you know, I keep the faces. It's more the rendering and the muscles. That's why I keep it more in that comic book style vein. You know, that's the difference. There you go. Buff Shrek. Again, I've been doing a lot of redos of the older ones I've done. I wouldn't mind doing a bigger Shrek piece. I would not mind at all. I would not mind at all doing a bigger Shrek piece. Putting more characters in there. Because I did do a Shrek piece earlier. Like I did Shrek. And I put Fiona in there. And I put the Gingerbread Man dude. And I put Puss in Boots. And that was a lot of fun. But I could add a lot more. I get a lot more characters to there. Donkey. So we'll see, guys. Like, part of me wants to do more the Bloodline tomorrow. Part of me wants to do, like, because it's a little different. I don't want. I might not do the Sesame Street right away. I might give myself just a little bit more time, just because we're doing. This is very similar to this. How the Sesame Street one's gonna go. Though, you know, again, it's a little bit more relevant just because of the passing of Bob there. So there you go. Godzilla, Barney, and Friends. That sounds like fun. I'm gonna admit that sounds like a lot of fun. Doing Godzilla, Barney, and Friends. Sir Galahad, that's a great suggestion. I'm actually pretty excited to do that too. I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. That's a great suggestion. Though again, I'm liking the blood. I've been wanting to do the Bloodline forever. Though, you know, there's plenty of time to do the Bloodline. We could do it later on when closer to the Royal Rumble. We could do it. But I'm liking that, bro. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like that idea? Godzilla style Barney and Friends. That sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Vortex wants Street Fighters versus WWE fighters. Probably won't do that. It's one of those things where I'll draw, or even before I do something like that, I would draw them individually first. Like I would draw Street Fighter first, and then I draw WWE wrestlers after that. But probably something I wouldn't do all at once. Reese would love to see some Godzilla. A lot of people think that that's a good idea, right? That sounds like fun, right? Godzilla and friends, right? That sounds like fun. You know what? You're convincing me, guys. Renee on Facebook, and first of all, thank you for watching on Facebook there, Renee. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. That sounds like a good time on the Box Office Artist Morning Show. By the way, guys, I haven't picked a name yet for the show yet. I am leaning towards the what's called the Morning Masterclass. The Morning Masterclass. The Box Office Artist Morning Masterclass. I'm leaning towards that. But the masterclass will be in sort of a Marvelish font, as we say. I'm thinking of that. And I'll start every stream by going raise and shine. Raise and shine. By the way, guys, the real way to pronounce my last name. And the reason I'm putting this in right now is the real way to say my last name. By the way, Beowulf says Teddy Ruxpin versus Alf. You are from my generation there, Beowulf. There you go. The real way to say my last name is actually Raiz. That's how you say my last name. It's not Raiz. It's Raiz. Raiz. James Raiz. That's really the real pronunciation of my last name. I use Raiz as my kind of like my stage name. But the real way to pronounce my name, the real way my parents say my last name is Raiz. Raiz. It's just like people from China. They have a Chinese name, right? They have their Chinese name. But Raiz is the real pronunciation of my last name, not James Raiz. When I was in grade 2, my teacher came up to me and she goes, "Hey, James, how do you pronounce your last name?" I said Raiz, and she goes, "Raiz?" And I go, "Raiz." She goes, "Rats." And I'm like, "Raiz is fine. Raiz is fine." There we go. There you go. Sir Gallant says it sounds Malaysian. It's actually Spanish. Raiz is Spanish. So you won't actually find a lot of Raiz in the Philippines, where my heritage is. You'll find a lot of people with the last name Raiz in Spain. So that's how you pronounce it. I might go back to that pronunciation. James Raiz. James Raiz. That's how you say it. Say it with me, guys. Raiz. With the roll of the R. Raiz. Raiz means roots. In Spanish. Raiz means roots. Raiz. There you go. Raiz. There you go. There you go. Hello, Jetmarie. Hello. I'm native with a Spanish-sounding last name. There you go, Bearwell. A lot of people in the Philippines have very Spanish last names. The Spanish language has infiltrated Tagalog a lot. A lot of people use a lot of Spanish, more like a slang way to say things, as opposed to pure Tagalog. There you go. Thank you, DM Masca. Thank you very much. Do you think this is the end of the traditional artist? No. I think there will always be a traditional art, just like there's still books. That's just like there's still bookstores out there. Okay. I don't think novels is going away because of the advent of Kindles and thing. It does make it more convenient. Like traditional comic books are not going away because people can read comics on their iPad. But will it have some impact? Yeah, well, definitely. Now, again, we did that whole rant right at the beginning of the stream. I just wanted to clear my, what I was thinking about that. So definitely. Hey, Marilyn's cousin is arriving tonight from the Philippines. Wow, prepare that balakbayan box. Hopefully, they can get past customs. Hopefully, they didn't hide some fish in that box. In that balakbayan box. What does balakbayan mean to my Filipino friends? Balakbayan box mean? I don't know. Oh, there you go. Care Bear's very white. There you go. The balakbayan box. I just like saying that, you know? Don't you just like saying that? Balakbayan box. What is it? It's you know, for those of you who don't know, balakbayan box is like a cardboard box and it's filled with goods. Okay, so whether you're going to the Philippines, if you're going to the Philippines, you bring a whole box of Spam, or you like 70 pounds of Spam, or you bring 70 pounds of like soap and toothpaste and stuff like that, right? So there you go. Okay, there you go. There isn't fish in there. Okay. You never know. You never know what they're hiding. Hopefully, whatever they're bringing, they won't get caught at customs. So we'll see. Okay, give me another character, guys. Give me another character. We have... I would like to be done in 15 minutes, so give me something simple to do, guys. Simple. Give me 2 more simple characters. 2 more simple characters, guys. 2 more. Let's go. 2 more simple characters, and we're going to get done. I will get 1 from YouTube and then 1 from Instagram. Okay, so right now, guys, give me your suggestions. I got 1 from Onyx here. Let's see on Instagram here. On Instagram here, if any one of you want to give me a suggestion on Instagram of who to draw. There's only like 5 of you on Instagram. That's fine. Let's see here. Onyx, Abracadabra. Eevee seems important. Does it seem important? Let's see. Raichu. Well, should I do Raichu? Because I already have Pikachu here. I should do Raichu. Let's see here. Because I got to pick the 2 now, and then we're just going to go ahead and draw them, right? Oh, Magikarp. That'd be fun. Magikarp's not bad. 9 tails, too many tails, Bob. Magikarp. Let's see here. Let's see. Any other suggestions? I probably won't do Raichu just because, you know, I already have a Pikachu here. So Joker wants Eevee. So a lot of you wanted Eevee, so maybe we'll do Eevee. And I'm kind of liking Magikarp. I'm kind of liking Magikarp. Okay, that's the 2. That's the 2. Eevee and Magikarp. That's what we're doing, guys. Eevee and Magikarp. Let's do Eevee first, because Eevee's going to be the harder one out of the 2. Okay, Eevee and Magikarp. Let's do that, okay? Eevee and Magikarp. So let me just call up Eevee. Because I actually have seen Eevee with muscles. And they were like male muscles too. They were male muscles, so. I was just looking up Eevee with muscles. It's pretty funny. And they call it Heevee. Heevee, guys. Heevee. Or should I draw Eevee like a girl? Should I draw Eevee like a girl or a guy? Let me ask you guys that. Should I draw Eevee like a girl or a guy? You guys tell me. Eevee, should I draw Eevee like a girl or a guy? A girl body or a guy body? I'm going to ask you both sides here. I'll just wait for you guys to catch up. Should I draw girl? Beowulf. Okay, Ruben. A couple for girl, couple for male. Okay, looks like more girls here. Looking like girl. I just want you. Sometimes people say it more than once. Female Magikarp. People are saying girl. I like it mostly girls. People want it to be girls. Hello, Burak Turkbay. Hello, Burak Turkbay. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, all right. Eevee, a girl with girl muscles. Eevee, muscular Eevee. There you go. The muscular. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just draw without getting in trouble. Reese always wants him back. Oh, Reese always wants him back there. Okay, so we're gonna draw Evie as a girl, but then I made Jigglypuff as a dude. Okay, so let's do Evie. And again, it's going to be very small here, guys, anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make her ambiguous. You can't tell whether it's a guy or a girl. You know how you can tell it's a girl? It's smaller muscles. You know what? I'll leave it up to interpretation. Whatever you think it is, you're right. Okay, that's what we're doing with Evie here. Whatever you think she or he is, you're right. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. All right? Whatever he or she is, you are correct. You are correct. There you go. Is that better? Can't see what I'm drawing? Now you can. Let me go ahead and just, I'm just picking up some Evie reference here. Why are there pictures of Evie with the rock? Why are there pictures of Evie with the rock? Maybe you guys could tell me. He or she? The answer is yes. He or she? Yes. It is what you want it to be. This is pretty cursed, isn't it? So much fun. Okay, so again, guys, it is 7:40. I literally only have 20 minutes, guys. So you got to rush through these last two. And again, it doesn't have to look perfect. I always say, guys, as long as the bulk of a drawing looks good, I can rush through these last ones and it won't affect it that much. Of course, it's better if it's a better drawing. But at the same time, it's not going to take away from the entirety of the drawing itself. So I always say that it's the 80-20 rule, where 20% of the artwork makes up for 80% of the drawing. So this is definitely one of those cases where I don't have to make it look the best. Because the rest of the drawing will make up for it. The rest of the drawing will make up for it. So. Looks more like a dude, though. You know what it is? It's the square jaw. The square jaw makes it look more dudeish. Dudeish. But whatever you think it is, you're right. There you go. So just apologies for these last few minutes here, guys. I'm not going to be as talkative just because I'm trying to get this done. We're trying to finish off this. And tomorrow sounds like a lot of fun, guys. I think I am going to, like, unless unless I think of something or a reason why to do something else. Part of me says we're going to be doing that Barney Godzillas. Part of me thinks we're going to do that tomorrow. So, which will be a lot of fun. It'll be a nice change of pace from all this muscular stuff we've been doing. Be a nice little change of pace to do. Hey guys, it's Heavy. Oh, yo, EDC, how are you, my brother? All right, Muddy just got home from work, but that's all right, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. Did I watch Raw last night? I did not. I fell asleep. I was actually I was actually at this church event I was at last night, so I didn't get home until literally I think midnight. I got home at midnight. I ate Wendy's with the family. I ate carnivore at Wendy's, guys. I ate carnivore at Wendy's. You know what I had at Wendy's last night? I bought myself a classic triple, okay, with cheese, okay? I got a classic triple with cheese. No vegetables, no vegetables, no sauces, okay? So it's just meat and cheese. And I got myself an extra patty. And I kept the bun, but I took off the bun when I got home. And then I added a little bit of extra cheese on it. So that's what I ate for dinner last night. So I didn't get to bed till like around 12:30ish. 12:30ish. That's what time I got to bed last night. So no, didn't get a chance to watch Raw. I don't even know what happened on Raw, so I have to go catch up after this. Okay, so that is Muscular Eevee, guys. Muscular Eevee, and then one last one, guys. We're doing Magikarp to finish this off. Yeah, make sure to catch the review from What Culture. That's how I find out. Hello, ZTN Draws. Hello, ZTN Draws. Last one, guys. Magikarp. Magikarp. Space. Oh, Magikarp. Oh, Magikarp. That's funny stuff. That is funny stuff, guys. That is funny stuff. Again, guys, we probably just could have got an AI to do this. It would have been done in like 5 minutes. Been the shortest stream ever. But I want to thank you guys for joining in today. It was a lot of fun. And a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic. We talked a lot about AI art at the beginning of the stream today. Definitely something to look out for and be wary of and learn. So I will end the stream by telling you what I said at the beginning, guys. Learn. Don't be afraid to learn. Okay? Don't stick your head in the sand. Don't think it's going to go away because we want it to. If you ask me, of course, I'm going to tell you, yeah, go away. Go away. Go away, AI art. But look, it's here to stay. It's here to stay. So what you got to do? You're going to hide from it. You can complain about it, or you're going to learn from it and use and figure out how to use it to your advantage. And that's what I would suggest you do. Okay? Learn the software. Learn how to use it. And see if you could incorporate it somehow in your own work. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. Okay? As we try to finish off here, guys. If you want to, by the way, this is your last chance to ask me any questions for the stream. We're going to finish off in literally 10 minutes. I have a very hard out. 10 minutes. I got literally 10 minutes, guys, left. 10 minutes. So you got 10 minutes to ask me any questions you want as we finish off the stream here. And how fun was this, by the way, guys? How fun was this stream? A lot of fun, and I thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. We do this every day. This is the Box Office Artist Morning Show. I'm here every single day, hanging out with you guys. I don't care how many people are watching. It's not about that. This is about us hanging out every morning. If you want to get work done at the same time, I say go for it. Hang out with me every morning. Let's draw. Let's have some great times together right here on the Box Office Artist Morning Masterclass. I'm leaning towards morning masterclass, guys. Again, I'm still open. I'm still open to whatever you guys think I should call this live stream, but I'm kind of really liking the morning masterclass, and of course my motto would be what's it called, raise and shine, raise and shine. This is the Box Office Artist Morning Masterclass. Morning Masterclass. That's right. That's right. Why are you not writing a manga? Because I can't write. Very simple, my friend. Very simple reason. I cannot write. I wish I could write. So let's finish this off here. We're coming to the end of this, guys. We're getting there. We're getting to the end. So I'm looking at the time here. It's 48. I got less than 10 minutes here, guys. I have a hard out at 55. I gotta leave it at 55. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Nightmare Liz wants to rig in Live 2D. I haven't tried Live 2D, though. You know, After Effects has a really great puppet tool. You know, if anything I've used the puppet tool in After Effects. But if Live 2D works for you, by all means, let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Be very interested to see. So. There we go. Coming to the end, guys. Raise and shine. Raise and shine. It's the Box Office Artist Morning Show with your host, James Raiz. That'd be my good, UFC name. In this corner, James Raiz. There's my Bruce Buffer. Right there. James Raiz. Only I knew how to fight. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Okay, let's finish out the bottom here, guys, and then we're good to go, okay? I'm going to finish up the bottom where Diglett is popping out there, and there you go. So, Snowchat says, what do I use to stream in different platforms at the same time? I am using Restream. Now, that's not the common one. I believe the common one is StreamYards, if I'm not mistaken. StreamYards is more common. But I've been using Restream for a long time, so it's just something I'm used to. But it also allows me to stream on Facebook Live as well, on my page. I actually do have to pay to get them to stream on my YouTube page, as opposed to my personal page on what's called, not YouTube, on Facebook. On Facebook, so I'm live on the Box Office Artist Facebook page as well. So there you go. So yeah, Restream. But again, look into it. There's a lot of great streamers out there. Again, a lot of my friends they prefer StreamYards, right? So a lot of my friends use StreamYards. So definitely, if you want to stream, guys, on multiple platforms, StreamYards is definitely a good one. But I've been using Restream for quite a bit, so that's why I'm using Restream. Well, I try to go ahead and finish. Finish here. Adding a few rocks here. What time is it? Time? Oh, 51. I got 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to finish this off, guys. 3 minutes. I hope my son's awake for school. Now, we did start a little bit later than usual. I usually like to start the stream around 4:30 or 4 o'clock. in the morning. But today, just because I went to bed so late, guys, I went to bed like around 12:30. We started a little bit later than usual, so I apologize. But so for the most part, depending on the day, we will be starting probably around 4:30 ish. I would say it all depends. So keep those notifications on whatever platform you're on, if there is notifications on those particular platforms, so that if you want to join me right at the beginning of the stream, you can. Okay, so just keep your eye out for it. YouTube would be the easiest to set to know right away. Just put notifications, or on Twitter. Also, Twitter, you can put notifications on Twitter, so you'll know exactly when I'm streaming. I'm also live streaming on Twitter as well right now. Just adding a couple more little blocks there. We go ahead and we're going to finish this off. What time is it? 3:53. I got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And we are almost done here. And again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining in on the Box Office Martyrs Morning Masterclass with me, James Raiz. Raiz. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a lot of fun. I am leaning towards that Barney idea. The Godzilla Barney idea, and thank you to my friend that suggested it. Who suggested that again? I'll remember your name when I see it. I apologize. I have the memory of a 40-year-old. So, thank you again to who suggested that. So we might do Barney as Godzilla tomorrow, but it depends on how I feel. If I feel like doing muscles tomorrow, we're doing muscles. Yes, Sir Galahad. That's it. Sir Galahad did that. Thank you, my friend. But there it is, my friends. There it is. For now, let's take a quick look at this. So we have, and thank you everyone on Instagram also who joined in. But we have Jigglypuff here. We have Diglett down here. Let's move up here. We got Snorlax. We have Squirtle. We have, of course, Pikachu here. We got Charmander. No, it's Charizard. Charizard. We have Bulbasaur here. Just move over here. Bulbasaur here. Magikarp. Here, Cubone, Mewtwo, Gengar, and Eevee. There you go, guys. This is Pokemon with Muscles, and this is the Box Office Artist Morning Show. Thank you guys for joining in. I love you all. Thank you for watching, for being here today. Always a pleasure being here every single day. If you wanted to hear the audio-only version of this live stream, you could catch it just in a couple hours on the Box Office Artist podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that, and you can listen to me rant about AI art all day long. Love you all. Take care of yourselves wherever you're watching right now. Twitter, Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. My name is James. I am the Box Office Artist. Give me 5 here. Give me 5 here. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.